Good
Hey, boys.
evening.
What's up, man? How are you guys?
Look at that. Right from the chat to the screen. What's up, Lurch?
Not too much, man.
Sexy son of a bitch. How are you doing, my brother?
Good, man. You doing all right?
Oh, man, I'm doing better now since I seen you, bro. You bang. Woo! Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, so Brady will not be joining us tonight. He did. He's at a party, and he sent me pictures of the bar. Why? What is my camera doing? Hold on a second.
Oh,
Just
zoom
zoomed in.
in.
Like, what the fuck is that? It's alive. But he said he's gonna pop on. He was sending me pictures of the bar, so he's probably tuned up. So Lurch is filling in for Brady tonight.
Awesome.
So he's gonna hang out with us all night long, and we have a special guest joining us in another 15 minutes too. Another good friend of ours, live from the chat. Who's here? James. Hey, James, what's up, man? James is in the chat. Slasher Fred. What is going on? And tonight we had a lot of fun last week with the Carpenter films, and we thought, you know what? Why not do Wes Craven films? Lord knows there's a lot of good ones. So we said, why not? What the fark? What the fark?
That's the beautiful thing about doing something like this. You can do whatever the freak we want.
Whatever the fuck you want. And we had a good time planning on Friday night. Lurch and I stayed up till like 2 o'clock in the morning, I think it was.
Yeah, it was pretty late, man. I had fun.
Bullshitting and having a couple of drinks.
You guys are animals. I passed out like a chump.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to tonight. And so yeah, without further ado, let's get all our little segments out of the way, and we'll get right into the Wes Craven movies. So I do have where the hell is it? And I was watching football. I was telling Joe before this. I was watching football, had a couple of beers, so there's going to be pee breaks. Everybody can keep going about their business, but I'm going to definitely have to. The seal's been broken, and you can't put that cap back on.
Jesus.
So I'm going to have a beer. So let's do a quick beer review. I'm going to give a big shout out to the local brewery by me, Log Tavern Brewery. I am addicted to this. It's peanut butter Salt Kill Sweet Stout. It is absolutely, it's like heroin in a can.
Wow. Very nice.
If you're a peanut butter guy or you like those pastry stouts, this stuff is absolutely addicting. If I can have an IV drip, I would.
Nice. Peanut butter. I've never got into peanut butter beers. I don't know why. It just doesn't sound right.
It does sound odd. It took me a while to try it, but man, some really good shit there. So that's what I'll be having tonight. You guys have anything? You partaking this evening of anything? Anybody?
I am drinking a little concoction here of Woodford Reserve with water on ice.
Look at Joe.
And I'm just drinking a Monster, man.
It's all good, brother.
Man. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. James is happy the Ravens were in the AFC game. Yeah, they look pretty damn good, man. That was a good game.
McSnauzers.
MB's in the house. What's up?
Bunny.
James just finished drinking some Heineken. Nothing wrong with some Heineken.
Nothing.
If anybody can, a Heineken.
It's hard. Those are dangerous. When you drink Heineken, you want to kick some Heineken.
Yeah, they creep up on you. You can do them quick. You can drink a lot of those.
That's right.
So before we get into our Wes Craven, we'll just go right into let's do our new items in our collection. And of course, I was back to Pat That Halloween Movie Collector, but I'm sort of on the line again. I did get something in the mail, which I'm going to open now because I didn't even open it. Because it's been busy as all hell. And I know Lurch and I remember we talked about this the other night. I was like, where the hell is mine? Because yours came in. Mine finally showed up in the mail. I picked today, believe it or not. I went to get the mail. And let's see.
We got a little impromptu unboxing, huh?
Impromptu unboxing, and it is the H3 shirt, the mask.
Oh, there it is.
Such a cool shirt.
Yeah. You know what I thought for you, buddy? You should get that at the tattoo, man.
That's not a bad idea.
That, I could see it like on your shoulder blade, like on the back. Imagine that. If you're wearing like a tank top, you can see that bitch in the back.
Oh, nice little rucking Fountain sticker too. Yeah, and actually, shout out to tomorrow's Monday. Shout out to my wife and my daughter who are going to get their first tattoos on Tuesday.
Sweet.
Mommy daughter tattoo day for my daughter's birthday.
Your daughter's got cool parents. That's cool.
Yeah, Look at
Yeah.
that. So that is what I received this week. I got that shirt in from Rucking Fountain, which is like the best name on the planet.
Yeah, I love it. They got some great shit, man. They're amazing.
Yeah, really cool shirts. What about you, Big Joe? Anything?
I got a couple things. We actually partook in Retromania collectible show here in New Braunfels. I didn't get to go yesterday because I had to work, but we went today, and I found a couple things. So, okay, we found. Let me go off and MB loves elf shit. So we found this by Funko, this vinyl elf in Narwhal.
Oh, nice.
Hey, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Yeah.
Look
Thank you,
at
Mr.
that.
Narwhal.
Yeah. So there's Elf, and then on the other side is Narwhal. So this was
That's
we
cool,
didn't have
man.
it. And he's lucky. She got that. I don't know if y'all know what's going on with the Funko market right now, but it is all sorts of jacked up right now. Like, for whatever reason, when I looked at my app, like my shit just plummeted, right? So apparently there's something going on with, like, if you look up the chase, the Glow Halloween Michael Myers chase, the very expensive one. If you look at the app, it says it's worth $20.
Yeah, go look with that one.
Yeah, $20. So it just goes to show that there's something funky going on with Funko right now. But anyway, I found this Freddy Funko, Friday Night exclusive, limited edition, 10,000 pieces. Freddy Funko is Hannibal Lecter. Check this out.
Oh, that's great, man.
That's cool as hell.
So, to my point that I just mentioned, this sucker, somebody sold it to me for $10.
Nice.
I don't think they knew what they had. So anything Freddy Funko is super rare, and I just couldn't say no on a deal.
Oh yeah, that's nice, man.
So super killer. This was great fun. Yo, all right, Pat, you can go ahead and laugh at me now. You can laugh.
Oh, jeez.
Just laugh, brother.
Why?
I went ahead and bought the
The new pose.
the new pose, bro. The new pose.
The new pose. Is it? It's not in stores anywhere, right? You just have to get it online.
Yeah, you got to buy it online only. So this
I
vendor
can laugh all I want, but my dumb ass is gonna buy one too. I actually forgot about it. To be honest with you, although I probably would have bought it.
Yeah, it's $12.99 online plus tax, shipping, and everything. This vendor was selling it for $20, and then she was like, drop it to 15. I was like, I'll do 15 if you throw in a brand new protector. So she threw a brand new protector on there. And,
Nice.
So I paid cash, and not bad, right? So
Those bastards at Funko.
And they got his mask right too.
yes, there you go, brother. That's right.
That's the main thing. Yeah, man.
And then I was a sucker. Growing up, everybody remembers the Scholastic book fairs, right? And I remember loving Goosebumps. And I was like, man. So I bought a couple of Goosebumps. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
This is my ultimate favorite one. It's Attack of the Mutant. That's my favorite one. And it's my favorite TV show as well. That episode. A Night in Terror Tower. Check that out.
I remember that one.
That was a little bit after my time, but I do remember watching a lot of them and enjoying them.
Hell yeah. And then lastly, I found The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. This one is a classic. This one's dope. So, yeah, man. And I got one more thing. Let me see. And they always got some great t-shirts. So I got to get a t-shirt. Retromania, baby.
Oh, that's a cool shirt, man. I
Very
like the
cool.
graphics.
Gotta get it, buddy. So they had some celebrities. They had like a girl who played one of the Yellow Rangers, and Sergeant Slaughter was there. Brady would appreciate that.
Sergeant Slaughter?
Sergeant Slaughter
Wow.
was there. And some other people. But yeah, man, it was a good little time. We didn't stay that long, but it was pretty dope. And we put out a new little video on our channel today and did the background vocals for it. I was like, yay, go check it out.
Oh, definitely. I'll check it out after this.
Yeah. It's just a minute video, 40 seconds.
Cool.
So that's it. That's it.
Oh, we got Colin in the house. What's up? Our buddy Colin. What's going on? And yeah,
Colin.
he's happy to see Lurch. Yeah, Lurch. Oh, and the great story here. Shout out to CD Scale Models. So I was in the supermarket near my house, and I'm walking, and I met up with Chris from CD Scale Models.
He did a good.
Oh, sweet.
Who's been in the chat and watches the channel. And he's like, you're Pat, right? I'm like, who's asking? And he's like, it's me. It's hard sometimes, especially with YouTube names, because it's not some person's name. And he says, yeah, it's Chris. We were talking. I do remember we were talking offline as well about stuff. He's a big Kiss fan. And then as soon as he said CD scale models, I'm like, oh, nice. So yeah, he lives literally like my housing development's right here. He's right next to mine. How
That's
fucked
awesome.
up is that?
Hey, thanks for joining, man. And hey, Underwood, Ryan Underwood, up to no good. What's up, bro?
What's up, Ryan? How's everything going? How's everything with your wife? Hope everything's going good with your wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope so too, man.
I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I hope so, brother.
Yeah, she had some health scares, and he mentioned last
Mm.
week. So hopefully, everything's all right.
I hope she's okay, man. Much love, big fella.
And Lurch sent me some pictures. Look at that.
Oh,
See?
yeah.
Lurch is awesome. He's got some new stuff. So he got the Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn.
That
Yeah,
fucking
I got
dagger
the Kendarian dagger, man. Yeah,
fucking
had to get
kick
that.
ass, man. Yeah.
So we got that from is that Tots? That's Tots.
Yeah,
right?
that's top. Yeah, it's cast out of resin.
Very
Fucking
cool. And he
awesome.
also got da-da, look at that thing. That thing's a beast.
I wish the box wasn't so messed up, but I'm just going to display it anyways, man.
It looks okay. It looks like it's going to display nice though.
Oh yeah. He's good and clean. The box is just that, but that cardboard then was like cheap. So
That's fucking
Very
killer,
cool.
bro. Those movie maniacs, those 18 inches, bro. Those are the shit. Those are the shit.
all of those, man.
Man, amazing.
Awesome. So that's great. See what's going on in the chat here. Ryan says she's got the flu now, but she's feeling better. Another front pre-show. Oh yeah, man. Just keep us posted. And I'm still dealing with the flu. My daughter still got the flu. The wife's just getting over the flu, and I've been playing Nurse Ratchet to them. They keep calling me like, "What? We're hungry." I'm like, "So am I." I'm like Nurse Ratchet. I'm like, "Go away."
That's awesome.
Colin's got a package that arrived yesterday from eBay. Haven't opened. It's a Universal Monster 3-pack. Mommy Frankenstein the Wolfman came out about 20. Wow, by Sideshow.
Oh, sexy.
Damn, Sideshow was still around 20 years ago. Damn.
Oh, dude, they got a lot of classics that you don't even realize, like a lot of old school shit. Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. Ryan was with a girl one time whose box was pretty banged up, but it made it work. Oh,
That's
man.
fucking funny.
Uh-oh. Ryan's starting to get just as bad as Travis.
My God.
Oh, man. So that's, it's new items in our collection, man. Feel free to throw them in the chat. Feel free to throw them in the comments after the fact. And it's going to be a good night tonight. So, yeah, we figure we'd do, what we could do some more directors. We can even go to Clive Barker next if we wanted to.
That'd be fun.
So many we could do. I mean, I don't know how you, Joe and Brett are, but I think you're pretty much, you like the Giallo movies, right? So you can move it to like Dario Argento. We can start going down the line of all the people.
I'm a Hitchcock guy. I love Alfred Hitchcock. Like
we could do Hitchcock. Yes, I'd love to do it. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. One of my favorite one of the favorite movies I used to love to watch as a kid was The Birds.
The Birds is fucking nuts, man.
Such a great movie. Yeah, so we can just keep going down the line with directors. So, but this week we're gonna do the late great Wes Craven, who gave us countless amounts of great movies and probably two of the biggest horror franchises out there right now, right? Arguably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we said, all right, let's do our top 10. So this is it. So we do have a special guest. I'm waiting for him to pop in there. So when we put this out there, our good friend Lito is a big, huge Wes Craven fan. He's like, wow, Pat. He's like, did you mind if I sit in? And I'm like, absolutely not, dude. So I sent him a link. So as soon as he pops on, we can start going down the line with some Wes Craven movies. And we got some other fun stuff tonight. We're going to do our movie for Tuesday night is a movie. Truth be told, I watched last night with my neighbor while we were hanging out after the football game because I haven't watched it in so long, but we talked about doing it the other night. So we're doing a Running Man watch along on Tuesday. So we're going to do a movie review of The Running Man. And of course, our top 5 boobs.
That's hard, man. That's a hard question, brother.
Top 5 boobies.
Man.
Perv alert.
Well, you know what? If you pick the right boobs, it should be hard.
Oh, okay. A little play on words there.
Yeah,
Would you shut the fuck up?
My bad. So yeah, we want to get started. So because I told Lito to hop on about 15 minutes in, so let's just wait for Lito to hop on. Let's see what's going on in the chat. And Ryan, just a man with one brain and two heads. Truth be told, yeah. Hitchcock is the original. Oh yeah, we definitely. That's great. That's a real good idea, Joe. We might even do that next week. Go down the Hitchcock films, man.
Yeah, he was so influential that these modern day horror masters all learn from him, man. Like, gotta get
Good
there.
evening. I'm with package tomorrow. Daylight and photograph it for myself. Yeah, definitely. It'd be good to see. And Running Man, haven't got Running Man on physical media. No, me neither. It's one of the ones I did not get on physical media, but we watched it last night, and I was. Not that I'm going to talk. We'll talk about it more when we do our review. But there was a few people in that movie that I forgot were even in that, like cameos. I was like, "Holy shit!" I haven't watched this in so long. I forgot these people were in this movie.
So, are you guys familiar with Coffin Joe?
Why do I know that name?
It sounds familiar.
It's a really hot box set that the Arrow just put out. So I just found out about it. He's like a Brazilian, kind of like a Svengoolie, but he's really sadistic. Those movies are killer, man. They are really good.
I have to check that out, dude. Oh, shit.
I sent Lilo a message saying, hop on when you can. And yeah, other than that, there's a few things I was going to order this week. One of them, I can believe I forgot about the Funko Pop with the different pose. I'll have to order that. There's not too much I'm trying to order because, my birthday's in, 3 weeks? And the wife's yelling, I don't know what to get you. Stop buying shit.
It's hard to say no.
And there really, truth be told, isn't too much out there. There really isn't. I mean, I was watching something Friday night and I completely forgot about it on eBay, so I was really pissed about that. But there was nothing really been, as Joe would say, tickle in my pickle.
That's right. It's got to tickle the pickle. If it doesn't, move it along. Move on.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much, man. It's all been good. The bank account has been stable because of it, which is nice.
I know what you're doing. You're getting ready for a certain trip in the future.
Yeah, that's why I already started the savings account. I've been doing a lot of working late. I'm juggling 2 jobs at the moment, so the account is started already. So
sexy.
What say you guys? You guys looking like you can maybe hop on that train too?
I'm going to do my best, man.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
The lineup's already looking really good, man.
It's starting to shape up real nice. Darren's been posting updates in the TSL group about some of the people that are going to be there. So what we're talking about, for those that don't know, let's just call it that Horror Movie Podcast Convention. Fuck For the Love of Horror. It's ours. We're all going to go out to For the Love of Horror down in over the pond in Manchester, England. Make a trip out of it.
Yeah.
I've never been over there, so it'll be fun. And Colin, who was in the chat, my plan was to go there and then go to Ireland because we're going to celebrate my 25th wedding anniversary by going there and meet up with Colin. But Colin said he's like, no, he's coming to Manchester for the party. And then I'm going to hang out with him, and I'm going to hang out with him in Ireland after that.
Nice.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's October, I think it's the 10th and 11th or 11th and 12th of this year. So yeah, everybody's got 10 months to save up.
I think Shawnee Smith was the last one that signed on.
Yeah, I saw that. That'll be good. I mean, I'm not a big Saw guy, but I loved her in that TV show Becker. She played that dope, but she was cute as hell. Yeah, she was good, and she was good in The Blob, the remake with Kevin Dillon.
Let's see.
All right, come on, Lito. He said he was hopping on because we're going to get started with this because we got a busy night ahead of us. We're hoping to see Drunk Brady pop on.
Can't wait. I miss that bastard.
Joe, do me a favor. Unplug your mic and plug it in because it seems like you hearing that, Lurch, where it sounds like it's cutting out a little bit, or is it just me? Talk, Joe.
Hello.
Keep talking. Let me know, Lurch, if you're hearing it or if it's just me. Maybe it's me. I just want
loving you is easy because you're beautiful.
A little bit. A little
Yeah.
bit.
Okay, let me see. Unplug it. Look. Yeah.
There's the man. What's up, Lito?
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's
up,
going
man?
on?
Just watching football.
Yep, same thing. What's the Chiefs score now? It was 13-10 when I looked up before.
The Chiefs just took the lead. I'm not sure what the exact score is,
All
but
right, go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. How's that better?
Talk again?
Is that better?
Yeah, it must have just been. It sounded like it was something loose. That's all.
Okay. What's up, Lito? Man, how you doing, buddy?
pretty good. How are you?
Oh man, I'm chilling like a villain in the ceiling. You feeling?
Yes. Sure.
There you go, brother.
And Leo, you met Lurch in person right at age 45, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Sure
2017,
did. Hello again.
2017
Hey, man,
Kansas
good to
City.
see
All
you.
right. Keep going, KC.
You too.
So we were just talking about how we might just go each week by week. But since we did Carpenter last week, when we were chatting the other night, we're like, why don't we go to Wes Craven? And now I'm thinking for what we're talking about, maybe next week we do Hitchcock. Just go down the
Ooh.
line.
Interesting.
Yeah, we could do Clive Barker, Dario Argento. I mean, there's so many. Fulci. There's a lot of cool directors in horror. So that'd be a lot of fun shit to do.
For sure.
Sean Cunningham.
Sean Cunningham. I'm trying to think. Can I put 10 together with Sean Cunningham? That might be a tough one, but well,
Well, you can
Let's
always you can shorten the list for certain directors. Do top
it could be top 5. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be a 5.
Top 5, yeah.
Yeah, for certain ones. But
Or
somebody
Rob
like
Zombie too. I didn't think about that, but you could do Rob Zombie.
Zombie, that would be a good one because that'd be a very controversial one to say the least.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That would piss on a lot of people's bushes, but you start doing that because there's people that are all pro zombie on everything he does, and there's those that just want to shit all over it. And Leo's like, yeah. There's some of his in his repertoire that are like, but some I do enjoy. Yeah, some I do enjoy. So, Devil's Rejects comes to mind. But let's do this. So let's go number 10. So we can do our top 10 Wes Craven movies. So we'll just go clockwise. So my number 10 is I don't know why a lot of people have a lot of problems with this sequel, but I enjoy Scream 3.
Wow. Start off with a bang.
Yeah, I enjoy Scream 3. I don't know why it gets a lot of hate. It's got an interesting story, with Dewey kind of being there but not kind of being there. I love anything Patrick Warburton's in is a plus for me. And I just like the way it opened up where it almost brought you back to Scream 1 where what do they do? Right off the bat, they kill Cotton Weary like this. Gone.
Quick.
Yeah.
Like a main character, like, whoop, he's gone. You're like, whoa, where are we going here? So
See you later, Cotton.
Yep. Scream 3 for me.
Wow.
And look at that. This is on my list.
This is
But
going to be an
higher up.
interesting top
Sharper than a rainbow.
10 already. I can tell it. Jesus Christ.
It's going to be interesting. Red Eyes, number
Gonna
10 for
be.
Bill. Oh, wait, Bill's in the house. Hold on.
Billy.
He's got to get his proper welcoming.
Fuck the other Everscathed. Fuck you. For sending me this shit.
Billy.
There's Bill.
Hey, Law Dog. Law Dog, go right here. I heard you the first time.
But what say you, Joe? What's your number 10?
What say you? That would be 1972's The Last House on the Left, baby. The OG, son. The remake
Wow.
sucks. Wolfman's Nards, but that's a classic. It's kind of, early Craven, early Craven. Shit, 5 years before The Hills Have Eyes, and it's really effective. I love the film. So that's my
Very
start off
to
with
me.
a bang.
It's almost like to me, it's probably the first Grindhouse film. It's got that Grindhouse feeling to it.
So that's my number 10.
Hey, Greg, what's up? The Mean Machine radio show's in the house. What's up, man? I've said it before, man. I got to reach out to you, but I'll let you know offline. I've just been busy juggling 2 jobs, and it's just really sucking big time.
He said juggling and sucking in the same sentence.
Hey, look, don't fault me because I can multitask.
I know
Come
you
on.
want. Well, I know we need extra subscribers, Pat. But come on, Pat.
Sorry, my knees are killing me. Ugh.
I love it.
All right, though. So yeah, the last house to the left, the Big Joe. What say you, Lurch? What's your number 10?
So I'm siding with you, man. I chose Scream 3. It would have been a little bit higher on my list had it not been for Courtney Cox's bangs.
Oh, yeah. The shit like this, bro. The shit like this. Like, what up?
You put the Tupperware bowl on her head and it just went. Zip, zip.
It's awful, man. But that's actually a good movie. It really is.
I think it is. I don't know why it gets so much shit.
Oh, that's too funny.
Because people like to hate on stuff.
It's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
It's
You
hate
know,
culture.
It's
these
easy.
days.
It's easier to hate on shit than it is to find reasons to like stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, big
Haters
time.
gonna hate. Ainers gonna ain't. That's right.
What say you, Lito?
So this is definitely going to be a controversial episode because people are going to be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Who the hell is
because
this?
of what
This
I'm
is Michael
picking.
Myers. That's who this fucking guy is. He's
Yeah,
Michael Myers.
motherfuckers. Yeah.
But no, I just mean because of what I'm picking. So my number 10 is Music of the Heart.
Okay.
I know that. I've
Which-
seen that.
I've seen it. Yeah, it didn't make my
I've seen
list. People got to remember, just because we picked 10 doesn't mean the ones we left off we don't like, because that's a big thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
You just got to shoehorn the 10 in there, or like Joe when he cheats last week and puts Alien and Aliens 2 as number 1. But I'm not.
Yeah.
Wait, did I just say that out loud? I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. If you
Yeah.
ain't cheating, you
That's
ain't
cool.
trying. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah. I just like it because it's different. He got to work with Meryl Streep, which, I'm sure for him was a total honor and pleasure. And I don't know. I like that we got to see a different side of Wes's capabilities.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. Not bad at all.
Not good
Do a
choice.
quick check. See what's going on in the chat. One quick
Lurch
one.
just disappeared. What happened? He faded into the
He's
darkness.
so dark. There he is.
Oh,
There he is. There
open
he
the
is.
tab. Open the tab, man. Close the tab out. So
Oh, look at that. So when we do our zombie list, Colin's gonna be throwing in there. Lords of Salem. That's a guilty pleasure for me. I actually like it.
it gets weird, but it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the shit.
What
What Meg something, her eyes, she's scary in that fucking movie.
Oh,
Meg-
Meg Foster.
Meg Foster, bro. She's fucking
Oh
terrifying.
yeah.
Yes.
Fuck that. Nope.
And she aged so weird. Her skin got so I don't know, a lot of look at her in 31. She looks so old and gaunt in 31.
Yeah,
She
she
does
looks
in
like
Devil's Rejects too, man.
she looks like she fucking laid out in fucking Desert Valley for 2 weeks straight with no sunscreen. And that shit got scraggly and crackled and all that shit.
leather
Yeah,
face.
exactly.
Yeah.
Colin's number 10. He's got Deadly Friend, which was good, man. That was tough to leave off the list.
Wow. Very
That was
nice.
tough. Memes, yeah, I'll hook up you, man. I've been apologized. I've just been so fucking busy. It's crazy shit, man. But
Your life is nuts.
no, it sucks. It's like all of a sudden I had all the time in the world, and then everything changed, and it's just ridiculous. I don't have any time anymore. Just sucks. So my number 9 is one we just talked about doing for a watch along one of these days. And to me, it's it's not her. It's to me, I laugh more than anything through this movie, and it's the people under the stairs.
Fool. Get out, fool.
Yeah, fool. Gotta love Roach.
Love Roach. Hey.
That's a great impression.
And weren't they talking about doing a remake of The People Under the Stairs? I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
I heard they were, but I don't know what the hell happened to it.
I got him. 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 I love that fucking movie.
Gotta love the S&M suit and everything. It was like pre-Pulp Fiction before the Gimp.
It's fucking awesome.
Bring out the gimp. The gimp's asleep. Well, I guess you better wake him up then.
Oh man, so that's my number 9. People
Nice.
under the stairs. What about you, Big Joe?
Oh shit. Okay, so I'm probably gonna hate on this one, but I watched
Oh,
this movie
Jesus.
a lot growing up, and to me, I find it funny as fuck. Number 9, Vampire in Brooklyn, 1995.
I knew you were gonna have this on this list because you've talked about how much you like this. I knew it was on your
I
list.
fucking love that movie, bro. I mean, it's misunderstood on so many different levels, but if you put it on and watch it, it's entertainment at its best, bro. I don't care what people say. It's a classic, and I'm a big Eddie Murphy fan. And to say that Eddie Murphy is in a quote unquote horror film. It's fucking awesome, dude. I fucking love it. I fucking love that movie. So that's my number 9.
Can you imagine, like, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall during the making of that film to see how Wes and Eddie would have interacted, because Wes is so like cerebral and like deep and layered, and Eddie Murphy, I think, he just, to me, I feel like he would just be making jokes and clowning around the whole time. So like it would have been interesting to see that dynamic, because Wes was a prankster too, but like he was also very serious when he needed to be. So it's like, how did that work? I mean,
to me, that was kind of like when Eddie Murphy was still kind of Eddie Murphy. Like 95 was kind of like, he was kind of tailing off kind of, but he was still Eddie fucking Murphy. And it was cool to have the two clash together. I think it's me. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Oh, I have this been. Meg looks like Iggy Pop's sister these days. More wrinkles than an elephant's trunk. It's true, man. I feel bad because she got those amazing eyes and she was real pretty. These are on my list. They're higher up on my list. They're number 9. Last House on the Left. I have that. I have Shocker high on my list. A big fan of Shocker.
Oh yeah.
Number 9. Nightmare on Elm Street. Number 9 slasher, Fred.
Wow.
Holy shit.
That's a bomb drop. Boom.
That's controversial.
Whoa.
You dick.
That's right.
All right. Well, hey.
Hey, where's that with the one with Loomis?
That's up top here. Yeah, I gotta get some new ones. And
No. Love it.
Slasher Fred says, did you know that Wes Craven had directed a Disney Channel original movie in the 80s called Case Busters? It's about these two kids who help their grandfather solve a case of burglars. Did not know that.
No, I did not know that. That is gnarly.
I think we mentioned that in the book that we did about A Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, for those that don't know, well, quick, why don't you tell them about the Fredheads documentary? You were part of the Fredheads too, right?
I love you, Ryan.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was involved in Fredheads, but I also I co-produced Never Sleep Again, which was all about the Elm Street series. And then a few years later, the guy who wrote and produced that documentary and I did a hardcover book about the first A Nightmare on Elm Street film. It's like 300 pages. And you can get it in paperback, I think, on Amazon. It's called Never Sleep Again, The Elm Street Legacy, the making of A Nightmare on Elm Street. But like we went and did all this digging about Wes, and it was just like all these projects that you like never heard of, and a few that like raised our eyebrows like, oh wait, he was involved in like softcore porn. Like, what's going on? So
whoa, what's wrong with the softcore porn? Big fan.
no, no.
Empty
Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong with it. I just never could picture Wes being involved with that. So
soft porn is just empty promises. Get out of here.
It's Skinamax, basically what Skinamax was in the 80s on Friday nights. Was it Friday After Dark? It was Skinamax. They had all the softcore porn stuff.
But no, I love the never sleep again. I love Dylan.
It's on my list. It's higher up. Never Sleep Again is one of the best horror documentaries.
By far. It is amazing.
It's good.
Thanks.
Colin's got to get the book. You got to get the book and send it to Lito. We'll sign it for you.
Oh, shit. I need to do that. Holy shit.
I got nothing else to do right now. So.
Holy shnikes. Do you have a copy of the book handy?
What's that?
You have a copy of the book somewhere that you can grab it and show us? Handy?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Ooh, reading material.
Both Wes Craven and Sean started in porn. That's how the fathers of Freddie and Jason first met. Yeah, he's nothing wrong with starting off in porn.
Yeah.
I never had such luck. But
yeah, so Craven's name was Abe Snake.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that was his porn name? Director's name?
Yep.
I guess he didn't think of Dirk Diggler or Brock Landers, I guess.
That's cool. Oh,
look at that. Oh, that's
that's pretty.
Oh. Yo, where do I buy that, bro?
So we only did so many copies of this hardcover version. So you kind of have to go like secondhand market, like eBay or something. And the original copies were actually numbered and then signed by Robert, me, Amanda, Heather, and then the author. But
Wow.
I'll do this as carefully as I can. It's chock full of like every page has photos, color photos, and there's a ton of pictures in the book that they're probably online now because people have had the book for a few years. But they were pictures that like I was in charge of materials and I had like a drive full of stuff, and a lot of it I had never seen before, like including some of the behind the scenes makeup stuff from David Miller's studio, like some of the concept things for Freddie. Like the photos were like, whoa, to see like what they were originally thinking, what they thought he was going to look like. And it's pretty cool. So if you can pick it up secondhand, I highly recommend it because it's better than the paperback that's black and white and doesn't have as many pictures, but it's pricey. So
Yeah, this is the paperback, right? This
Look.
one. Never
Yeah.
sleeping.
Mhm.
I was gonna
I
say
want
Collins on the
that
hunt.
one.
I'm like, I can see Joe's face. I'm like, Joe's already on eBay looking
I'm
for
already
it. I can see his
fucking
face.
hunting. Find that
I'm
something.
like, Joe's got that look like.
I'm find that something. Michael always helps me look for shit. He always helps me look. Always. He's a bad
A lot of Saturdays, rides, working around the house, put on either Never Sleep Again or Crystal Lake Memories. Yes, a lot of real good stuff, man.
Sorry.
What
Well,
did we-
anyway, we hijacked the thing. I think we
Where did
need
we
to
leave
hear
off?
that.
That's the beautiful thing
It's
about
Lurch.
It's beautiful.
What's your number 9, Lurch?
So I don't know if anybody else has this on their list, but Invitation to Hell.
Oh,
I really enjoyed that.
Didn't make
Still-
my list, but it's good.
hell to the yeah.
Good one.
Very cool.
That's reaching in the deep well too.
That's
Oh, yeah.
showing off. Is what that's showing off.
It's a good one, man. It's one of
No,
my
it is.
favorites.
It is.
Oh,
It's
give me.
because, like,
Lurch,
I've seen these movies, and they're not mainstream. Most people don't know about them, but they're really good.
Lurch just said, you know what?
Excuse me while I whip this out.
You did. I love
What do
it.
Lead up.
So my number 9 is going to be Last House on the Left.
Nice.
I love that movie. It would be higher on the list if it wasn't so difficult for me to watch. It actually, when I watch it, I actually am like, oh God, this is tough to get through. So,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
respect the hell out of it. So,
Good choice, brother.
Absolutely.
Nice. So we hit number 8. So number 8, I'm going back to the Scream well for Scream 2. I like Scream 2. Scream 2
Nice.
Scream 2 is me like Saved by the Bell, the college years.
A little bit
That's what I
older, a
equated to.
little wiser.
the Scooby Gang goes to college.
Exactly. But I enjoy the shit out of it. I love it. It's so entertaining. Every time it's on, I got to watch it. So that's for me.
Good
Scream
choice.
2.
Very nice. So we're at number 8. So I'm going to go with 1989's Shocker.
Shocker.
Remind me, Patty. Did we do a watch along of Shocker?
Oh God, I know we talked about it, but let me look. Thank God for the database.
I think
Otherwise,
we
I don't
did.
know. I
If we
think
didn't-
we did.
If we didn't do a watch along, then we did a review of Shocker. And I
I
think,
know we did a review.
yeah. And if I don't remember, I think I did 6 or 7 out of 10. We really.
I love
covered it.
Shocker.
Yeah, we covered it extensively, and I remember YouTube really had it kind of high. Like Brett really likes it. Brett's a big.
I'm
fan
a
of
big fan. I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of Shocker. I love it.
So it's it's got to be in the top 10 just because it's nostalgic. I love the cover, the magazine cover, whatever. No, it just
No,
so it's iconic. It's super cool.
we did not do. I thought we did, but we did not.
Yeah.
No, I think we did it. I think we did it with Michael. I think we did it on the old podcast. If
Did
I remember
we?
correctly. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We didn't do it on this one. It's not on this one.
We got.
You might
So
be
that's
due for a rewatch.
Yeah, I definitely have to
I
add that to
agree.
the list.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Love me some Shocker. All right, so we got Lurch.
So number 8 for me, shocker as well.
Look at that, twofer.
Ow! Sexy man.
Sexy beast.
Kind of bright.
Shocker, the sexy beast.
Sensation Hill starred two famous actors who were two famous iconic TV show and movie stars. Oh, Soleil Moon Frye, yeah, Punky Rooster.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Wow, look at that. Look at these guys. I love juicy bits. James has got.
We're getting facts. We're getting facts.
Yeah, right. That's why it was great. When last week when we were doing Carpenter, we getting a lot of cool stuff too. Red Eye, Everscape has got People Under the Stairs. Oh, Colin's right with you guys. He's in line. It's a 3 for number 8, Shocker. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool.
Run for it, boo.
Ryan, number 8, New Nightmare.
Oh, it's kind of high, Rye. It's kind of high, brother. Kind of high.
Yeah, I know. Joe's a big fan of that. I was waiting for that. Like, what? What about you, Lita?
No new Nightmare slander here.
So my number 4, which I'm sure is going to cause controversy.
Wait,
Whoa,
number 8.
no 4.
Sorry, number 8. Sorry, my number 8 which will cause controversy. I already gave it away. It's Scream 4.
Oh, you like Scream 4? Nice.
I like Scream 4. Actually make the list, but I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's flawed, particularly that filter that they use through the whole goddamn movie. I heard, by the way, I don't know if you guys ever heard this, but somebody said that, I don't know if it was Patrick or somebody else, but somebody is supposedly working on a cut of that film that would be released commercially that would not have the filter on it. I don't know if that's true, but if you ever see anything about that, please send me a link, because I saw it sometime last year, I think, and I was like, oh my God, because to me, that would improve the film so much, because that filter was terrible. But I liked the film because I felt like it brought the focus back to Sydney, a little more than 3, because she's in 3 a fair amount, but she kind of seems like in the background. And I just love that series. So,
oh yeah, exactly. I
got a soft spot for it.
There's a lot. There's not one in the franchise I hate. Just some I like more than others. Look who's in the chat. Brady's at a function, and it's probably an open bar. So, Shocker, it's in my top 5. Brady, yeah, Brady's a big Shocker guy like me. Are you gonna do a drive-by? I thought you were gonna hop on and do a drive-by. So what do I have? So that's our number 8. So my number 7 is, I saw this in the theater and it really creeped me out. I love Bill Pullman, but The Serpent and the Rainbow is my number 7. It was so creepy as hell just seeing it in the theater when it came out. So
nice.
I
love that line. Don't bury me, I'm not dead.
Thinking about that movie. That movie is super creepy, but it didn't make my top 10 because it was too creepy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, all that witchcraft and all that other weird shit that's there, and that it's a movie that gets under your skin, but good film.
Fantastical. That's right. My number 7. We're on 7, right? 7.
Yes.
Number 7. Come on, this movie was kind of cool for a bunch of reasons. Growing up, I watched a lot. 1983 Swamp Thing. I watched it on HBO. Wasn't on HBO a lot, wasn't it? From what I could remember, and I saw a good pair of what's on there. We're gonna be talking about those later.
That's when you get to see Adrian Barbeau's boobs.
Yeah, so
that was so hard to lead off this list.
Yeah,
I loved Swamp Thing as a kid. I love that movie.
Love that movie, and it was just a tie-in to our list that we're gonna do later. Hopefully, Lito, you stick around for that. But Swamp Thing, 1983, so iconic, and it was a sad story, and it was a good story.
And Lito, if you stay around for the best boobs in horror, your wife's off limits because you can't pick your wife.
Well, that's bullshit. Come on.
If our wives are not on our top 5, we're fucked. Let's put it that way. We're fucked.
And she's actually been in a horror film. So
that's what I'm saying. It's just like he's gonna like number 1, Jen.
Hey, what's with all these rules?
Yeah, whoa, slow down. This isn't a fucking Scream movie, man.
Yeah, bro, calm down there, Pat.
Nice. James got number 7. He's got Scream 3. It doesn't deserve all the hate. I enjoyed the shit out of it. Everscape,
Oh,
he's at number 7 with me. The Serpent and the Rainbow. Good film, man. Love that. Swamp Thing was a reunion for Craven and David Hess.
yeah.
Look at that. Collins, number 7. Boobs gets a thumbs up.
I thought it said bondage. I was like, yeah.
Oh, bring out the gimp.
I was like, what? Oh, okay.
All right. So for me, number 6, sort of almost in the middle here, but it's New Nightmare. Number 6.
Oh, you son of a gun, you
You.
slacker.
It was a really
You
good
bastard.
concept. The way he put it together was a great concept, and sort of like I'm a big fan of American Horror Story, which is was it season 3 or 4 where they were at the Roanoke? Did you ever watch? Where they go and they do like a whole thing where it's like you can watch those paranormal things, the paranormal things.
Yeah.
I think that's actually later than season 4. I think it's a few seasons past.
Yeah. Where they go and it's like. My wife's big on it. That's why she watches all the paranormal shows, and they talk to the real people, and then they reenact it, and then where you get to see the people, and then they're interacting with the people that are playing themselves. It's such a great concept.
Yeah.
So that was very interesting. But yeah, but go check out the Roanoke season of American Horror Story was awesome.
Check it out. We had to check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out. What's it all about?
Oh no, he's rapping now. He's scratching.
I know, Beastie Boys, baby. What? Sorry. Is it me? Is it my turn?
It's you, number 6.
Oh shit. Number 6. Now getting down to the nitty gritty. Get close to that number 5. Number 6 for me. 1977's The Hills Have Eyes. Classic film. I love the remake. But the OG is the shit. So that's I'm not gonna elaborate much on these 6 through 10s, but I'll elaborate more through the 5 to 1s. But my number 6 is The Hills Have Eyes. It's a classic.
Very good.
Nice.
Since we have guests, I'm gonna be nice.
Let's see about Ryan Underwood's got Scream 3 at 6. Everscape has got Last House on the Left. Nice. What do you got, Lurch?
So number 6 for me is New Nightmare.
There you go. Look at that. Right there with me.
It's not one of my favorites, but I'm being honest, but
You hurt Joe.
Joe's like up there. It's up there. It's not my favorite, but it's up there. It's a good one, man.
People on the stairs for Colin. Nice.
Yeah, how could you do that? All right, my number 6 I'll give you, but I want to clarify something real quick.
Uh-oh.
I should point out that this is not what I think Wes's 10 best films are. These are my 10 favorite. So did I do this correctly?
No, it's not his. It's our where we say top, not our top 10. Well, so I always phrase it as our top 10, meaning it's what we like. It's our best. It's not what it's considered his best. It's what we like the most.
That's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, it's our favorites.
Okay, so my number 6 is Scream 3. Again, I have a soft spot for that series. It was the first real horror film that I saw with my wife. And it's just, I think it's a really fun film. Like, it's a little too goofy, but I recently saw I don't know if you guys saw, someone leaked the original director's cut of it that he submitted to Dimension before they asked for changes. And some of the stuff that was in that cut, I'm like, why didn't this make the final cut? Like, this would have made this film so much more in tone with the first two and scarier, and like, because everyone shits all over Aaron Kruger for that script, but when you see that cut, you're like, Aaron Kruger actually did what he was supposed to do. Dimension just asked for a bunch of changes. So
Dimension had Dimension seemed to do a lot of that back then.
Yeah, and with the Scream films, they did it like a lot.
Yeah. Big time. Yeah, so that's it. That's number 6. All right, number 5. So some of the ones that are on my number 5 from 5 to 1 have been mentioned. obviously, except for the Holy Grail, which I'm sure we all have at the top. And these are simply my favorites because you got to remember, well, Lito and I, we're around the same age, right, Lito?
Yeah, I'll be 50 in May.
All right, so we are 2 years apart. So I'll be 52 in 3
Motherfucker looks
weeks.
younger than me. Ain't
I know,
that a
doesn't he?
bitch?
Son of a bitch! Look at him.
This motherfucker look younger than me. What the fuck you drinking, bro? Shit.
That's
I'll
crazy.
be
Man.
52 in 3 weeks. 52 going on Social Security at this rate. But early 80s was the dawn of VHS stores. So that's where I found all this horror, and it was all the covers. So one of the covers I saw, my number 5, The Hills Have Eyes. I saw that. I was like, ooh, that looks creepy as fuck. Let me rent that, man. And that just blew me away. Just loved it. So creepy. It's D. Wallace. Jesus Christ. What a good movie. So a lot of these are nostalgia for me because of my VHS days, because I remember walking in blindly. See, like this day, in this information age, you know everything about this stuff before you watch it. Back then, I walked into a video store. I didn't know what the hell I was looking at, except that the cover looked cool and the name looked cool.
Yep.
I'm like, wow, this looks pretty cool. You look at the back, you're like, okay, you don't know who these fucking people are, but you're like, all right, let me take it home and watch it. And that was a lot more fun because you didn't know what you were getting. Like now we're so spoon fed. We know everything about everything before it comes out.
Yep.
So I do miss those days. But yeah, Hills Have Eyes, man.
Well, you know what else I think, if I can write on the tail of that real quick.
Sure.
They put so much more effort into the marketing of the films for home consumption too. Like the covers, I think of the video cassettes and laser discs and everything, you could tell they really invested time and energy into like making it look eye-catching, making it interesting, making you want to watch this fucking movie. And now it's like photoshopped bullshit of people like, you know, turned half to the side and looking like this and maybe a knife in the middle or something. And it's like, this is garbage. Like, give me those posters. Give me those fucking awesome posters that incorporate it. Like this, like Nathan Thomas Milliner did this based on ideas that we had, because we were like, we want it to look like an old school movie poster because it represents that. And I miss that about video stores, because it sold you. So it had to sell you because you didn't know anything else. It was just that. Sorry, that's my rant.
No, and it's absolutely true. And I tell, like, I've had conversation with my daughter and my son, and they're like, Dad, what got you into all this stuff? I said, as a kid, that's what we did. I said, you got to remember back then there was no internet. We had just gotten cable TV. So, and cable TV back then was very limited on what you had. There was no on demand. You watched what they showed you. You couldn't just pick and choose what you wanted to watch. I said, so when we got our first VCR, Quasar, Pop Top, and the first video store opened up the road from us, I said, I was like a kid in the candy store. I was like, wow, look at all these movies. Holy shit. And the best part of it was like, walked into the horror section. What's the first movie I see? I didn't own it because there was no way to own it. I was like, oh, Halloween's right there. I'm like, holy shit. And that's what I did. And of course, within a year or two, my father and I discovered dubbing. So he bought a second VCR, and I went and rented Halloween, and that's how I got my first copy of Halloween. I copied it from a rental store.
Awesome.
Or you could record them off of like HBO and Cinemax and shit like that. That's actually where I first saw The Hills Have Eyes. Is a friend of mine recorded that and a few other horror films on like, you know, like he'd use the extended play setting, so it was a little like fuzzy, but like that's how we watched a lot of our movies.
And it was, I love the fact that I didn't have anybody's opinion. Nobody told me to like it. It was like you figured this shit out on your own.
You just went into there blindly.
You loved or hated it based on you watching the shit. You didn't go to Rotten Tomatoes. You didn't go to fucking IMDb. You didn't fucking do any of that. You went straight. You looked at the cover. You saw and thought it was interesting. You read that bitch and you watched it.
No YouTube reviews where everybody's going like this.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what really got me? Because the horror movies were one thing, but all the Jackie Chan movies, I was a sucker for all the Jackie Chan posters. You know what I mean? Like Super Cop and fucking like Rumble in the Bronx, and like those were movie covers. And I mean, there were some bad ones, like A Police Story and all that shit. Like there was some bad, not that one, but there were some bad ones. But you had to figure it out on your own. You had to figure it out, and that's what I miss about those things.
Some quick number 5s. Let's see, James, Ryan. Rank on your enjoyability. Don't let anybody tell you what you like or you dislike. People Under Stairs, number 5. Scream 4 for the Everscade for Bill. New Nightmare, number 5. That's high up. No, another Scream 4. And
Excuse me.
let's see.
I need a
What is
refill,
this?
guys. Do I have time to get a drink?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just going to go check out the chat. Go ahead. Go get a refill. There was a TV movie that I
How's it
remember
been?
watching that Craven had produced that was directed by his son Jonathan called They Shoot Divas, Don't They? Star Jennifer Beals? Really? I didn't see that. Leader,
I'm
did you
gonna
see
run to the
that?
restroom right quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll just check out the chat
No.
while everybody goes. I never heard of that.
No, I never have actually. What did he say? It's directed by his son Jonathan. Interesting.
But his son Jonathan.
Huh.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Okay. I just learned something. Thank you for that,
Yeah.
sir.
Actually, yeah, Bill, we're big music guys. He plays in the band. I play the band. Yeah, exactly. Album covers. That's how I became a fan. That's how I became a Kiss fan. For those that know, I do Kiss stuff on here. I'm a diehard Kiss fan since 1975. My brother came home with Kiss Alive. He borrowed from a friend of his at school, and it was sitting on the dining room table. And I pick it up. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, I have to find out what this is because it was cool as all hell. And I've been a fan ever since 1975. So yeah, I used to love to go to record stores and you see covers, and it was the same thing. Early version of just looking at VHS covers. And nowadays I miss that shit.
Yeah.
Really miss that shit.
Yeah. It's even I have like one of those memories of video store being something special, because when I first started dating Jennifer, we used to have we were in college, so we were kind of poor. So we would go to a Chinese buffet as our like date night dinner. And then we would walk from the buffet restaurant to the video store that was next door. And it was fucking huge. And like, we would go in and pick out a few movies. And again, a lot of the time it was just based on what does the cover look like? You know, who's in it on the cover? Like, is it interesting? Does it look scary? Does it look, so I miss those days a lot.
Yeah, a lot of these are like that. That's why some of them you're going to see they're high on the list are from the early 80s and the age of the VHS store, because they meant so much to me when I saw them. And I love them. This old school 80s VHS rental stores, they were magical. I could go, yeah, exactly. I could spend hours in there just looking at them. I remember we used to have, I don't know if it was like a national chain. It's called Palmer Video. I don't know if it was anything where about you guys, but it was big in New Jersey where I grew up. There was a bunch of them. And I would just go in there, and the guy knew me. I'd ride my bike to the place, and the guy knew me. He's like, "Oh, Pat, what do you?" And I could just sit there and look at it. I could just sit there like a kid. And I can't, like, where they say a kid goes to a toy store and you take the toy and you sit in the aisle and play with it. I just sit there and just read all the covers. Like, I'm like, oh, what am? And I shouldn't have been renting any of this stuff, but he didn't give a rat's ass. He'd just sit there like chain smoking cigarettes, because it was like rated R stuff. And I was like 12, 13 years old. There's no way in hell I should have been renting this shit, but he didn't give a rat's ass about it.
You heathen. You heathen.
Give a shit.
Heathen.
We did not give a shit.
Heathen monster.
I made covers where that started. Yeah. Oh God, the Iron Maiden covers, big time, man. Eddie rules, of course. So we left off.
I was just going to say real quick, Ryan, I love your comment about trying to explain to my 8-year-old the joy of hitting the aisles of Blockbuster. There's a lot of things like that. Like, you try to explain to kids today, and literally their eyes just fucking glaze over. Like, rotary phones, cassette tapes, dial-up, video stores, like computers taking 5 minutes to power up before anything powered onto the screen. And it's like, it's so much for them. They're like, I don't know how you lived. Like,
and they don't understand patience. This whole generation doesn't understand patience, because they just used to clicking something and
Absolutely.
I'm like, no. That's not the way it was growing up. There was no such thing as hitting the button. It was there. You had to wait. I remember when I first got the first computer I had was right before I started dating my wife. So that was 96 or maybe 95. I got my first like real computer. I mean, I had the Commodore 64 in the 80s, but like a real computer. It was a compact. And I remember getting AOL and dial-up.
Oh,
and how many times sometimes you couldn't get on? Like, if you wanted to get on, you had to like start an hour earlier just to make sure you got on. Then you finally get on. You're like, yeah. Then you got kicked off. I'm like, especially, and back then that was right when eBay started. So I was still collecting Kiss stuff too, and looking for Halloween stuff. And like, I'm ready to bid. Boom, you get kicked off. I'm like, no. Yeah, the struggles. But when we left, I made a note because I would forget. I left off at number 5. So for me, The Hills Have Eyes was number 5. What about you, Big Joe?
Oh, now we're into the top 5 Wes
Top
Craven
5.
films of all time. You can edit this, and then we can do a top 5. For later. How about that?
Yeah.
Come on. We've been mentioning this enough. Run, fool! Run, fool! The People Under the Stairs, man, from 1991. It is such a classic. There was an event where they had a little mini reunion here in San Antonio. So the guy who played Fool, the guy who was the zombie at the end, he looked kind of like a punk rocker. The ones that would eat people. Anyway, movie's so cool. It's spooky, it's creepy. I love the fact that Fool he went back to save the girl. I loved all the scenes, and they were inside the wall. You know what I mean? And they're trying to find them. Trying to catch them. It was just the movie's amazing. I love when he kills the dog. I got him! I got him! And he fucking kills the dog. He comes out all, you can't break him! Anyway, the movie's great. The movie's fucking phenomenal, and it deserves a top 5 spot. That's my number 5. Ow!
Look at you. Go, Lurch.
All right, man. So my number 5 is Nightmare 2.
Very nice.
Get out of here. I'm done with you.
Yeah, man.
I'm done. No, I'm just playing. I just playing Lurchy.
I know that's controversial, man. A lot of people don't like it. It's not the greatest sequel, but
It was a quite evil Freddy, though.
exactly. That's why.
Before he turned before he did start doing stand-up Freddy.
Like
it's not like Freddy's dead.
Yeah.
You're all my children now. Love that. Love that.
What about you, Lito?
My number 5 is Serpent in the Rainbow. I fucking love that movie. It still scares the shit out of me. There are some images in that movie, like the chick biting into the glass at the dining room table, that just every time I see it, it sends chills up my back, because just imagining doing that is like, oh my God, no, please stop. You are ruining your mouth for all time. And then him being buried alive, and some of the concepts that this is kind of based on a true thing.
Yeah.
That's
it's even
fucking
scarier.
horrifying. That's horrifying.
I'm forbidden from watching that shit and talking about that shit and all that stuff. Fuck
The wife's
that. Nope, not in this house. If we go anywhere spooky, when we get to the front door, he's like, say it. I'm like, all right, if you're a ghost or a spooky entity, you're not allowed to walk into our house. Please go away where you came from. You're not allowed. I have to say that.
The plot twist where the so-called couple are revealed to be siblings reminds me of the B-movie Motel, where it seemed that. Oh yeah, with the brother and sister and the people under the stairs. That's what he was talking about. Yes. Yeah, I can see the parallel to Motel Hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're at number 4.
Mm-hmm.
And my number 4 is high up on the list because of the early days of video. When I first saw it, and that it says the most shocking thing and all this other shit. So to me, it was it was The Last House on the Left, because the way it was, it on the cover, it said the most shocking film and all this other stuff. So when I was a kid, I was like, okay, I got to see this. And it was that's another one that was real gritty and grindhouse, and the acting not so great by the one doofy guy. It's like, oh, was such a moron. But how scary it was, because you felt it was like this feeling of dread what they did to these 2 girls. I mean, the one girl peeing her pants. I was shocked. I was watching it. I'm like, oh my God, how freaked out was that? And then the revenge of the parents' revenge at the end. It was, you figure probably saw this maybe around 83 or 84, so probably 11, 12 years old. And you figure early 80s was pretty shocking to see something like that. I was like, wow.
Yeah. And I think the grittiness, I feel about that movie the same way I feel about the original Chainsaw. The grittiness makes it feel like you're watching something that you really shouldn't fucking be watching. And it feels so real. It's just it's hard to watch.
Yeah. It was definitely threw me because because my parents weren't paying attention to what I was watching. I mean, they watched, of course. They were good parents, but I'd come home. What'd you rent? Oh, I rented Last House on the Left. They're like, okay, yeah, sounds good, whatever. And like told you, the chain smoker didn't never check. Didn't give a shit how old you were. You could just rent whatever you wanted to. And that was very shocking to see at that age, and it stuck with me all these years. And even now, every once in a while, it's on, and I'll watch it, and I'm like, wow, man, it takes me right back to seeing those images of what these lunatics did. So yeah, that's my number 4. Last House on the Left. What say you,
Good
Big
choice.
Joe?
Oh man. Okay. Now we get serious now. So my number 4 is from 1997, Scream 2.
Oh, you got it high up there. Nice.
It's
The college years.
it's something that, man, I don't know. It's a great movie.
It's good.
There's debates
Yeah.
if it's better than the first one. You know, there's debates, big time debates about it. Oh man, I just love it. It's great that it's my top 5. So Scream 2 by far. We all know a lot about it, but it's a great
Yeah.
movie. I love it.
Whoa, what the fuck was that?
How did you do that?
I have no idea. All I did was this.
You had fireworks.
Holy shit!
It was like perfect timing. However, it worked out.
Yeah. I was giving you a grand send off there, Joe. That's what that was.
Bill's got New Nightmare. Colin's got number 4, Scream. Wow, number 4. Fresh new time. I had a lot of fun with it. There's the only one that I own out of the franchise. Really? But all that stuff that you own, that you only own the one? Wow. Holy crap. Last House on the Left. It's the most terrifying horror along with Texas Chain. Yeah, and Spit on You. Yeah, I Spit on Your Grave. They're all in that bubble. They're all right there. They're like all the beginnings of like grindhouse films, and where it feels so real and so dreadful. Like you're like, holy shit. Because sometimes you watch these horror movies and they're so slick, and where you should be like, oh my God, this is so shocking. You don't even feel it. Those films, you feel it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit!
Nightmare 1, it's 4, Ryan. Wow, look at everybody shooting across the bow. Damn.
That's tough, man.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Who was next? There was
So
You were
my
next,
number
Lurch. Go ahead.
4 is Scream. So I'm going along with Carl. I'm not the biggest Scream fan.
Wow. Okay.
But that's, it was fresh at the time, and it was something new, and it is a good movie.
Yeah, good man.
All right. Yeah, I can see that. All right. What do you say, Lito? Come on. What's the fireworks?
Well, I'm with you, Joe. I got Scream 2 as my number 4. I think it's honestly, I mean, again, I have a soft spot for it. It came out when I was working at a movie theater, and I was in college, so there's a lot of nostalgia for me that's associated with that film. I actually took Friday, the weekend that it opened, I took that Friday off just so I could go to the theater and like video like all the lines and like people like losing their minds and make like a little tiny documentary about that. But I don't know if I ever shared this story with you. I wrote Wes an email because he had a email address on his website at that point in time. And I sent him an email in like October of that year. And I told him how excited I was for the film. And I was like, I can't wait to see it because you brought back like almost the entire same cast and crew. And whenever a series does that, it automatically raises the level of quality because you like the continuity is there in terms of the art and the craft and everything. And I mentioned some of the greatest sequels that did that, like The Empire Strikes Back and The Godfather Part 2 and, Indiana Jones. And he actually responded and was like, thanks for your kind email. It's funny that you say that because there's a scene early on in Scream 2 where we mentioned some of those sequels. So that's very cool that you brought that up. And I was like, oh my God, I got an email from Wes Craven. So I think the movie's it's solid. I think it's a really solid, smart film. I think it does a lot of things better than the first film. And if I'm being honest, I think it's actually one of Wes's finest films in terms of craftsmanship, in terms of all the different departments working at the top of their game and delivering something that you could tell was like, this was made by people that really know what the fuck they're doing. Like even more so for me than the original Scream, because the first one was such a success, they got more money and they got, people that were the same, but more people to help. And I think it shows. Like, I think the film is beautiful. So that's my number 4.
Good shit, bro. Damn.
Good stuff. I'm going to bring this up because this is a real good analogy from Slasher Fred. Scream 2 is basically sort of like Friday the 13th, but in reverse, because instead of having the mother being killer and the son coming for revenge of Scream 2, the killer is mother of the killer. It's good. I never thought of that.
Not too sure.
And yeah, we knew the original title was supposed to be Scary Movie, but I could never see it as Scary Movie because of what Scary Movie became. Those movies like Last House, Texas Chainsaw, Spin Your Grave gave me sick feeling inside that death metal did when I first started. Did it really? Yeah, because it was just feelings of dread. It felt so real. That those movies, they were like so real, and it was like, wow, holy crap. Very cool. So we're at number 3 now, right?
Number 3. Top 3,
Right,
baby.
Top 3. And this one was mentioned earlier by a lot of people, and it's high on my list because it's very sentimental to me from the 80s soundtrack. Just love everything about it. Shout out to Brady. But my number 3 is Shocker.
Oh, wow.
Big fan. And it was a bonus going to when we went to H45 and we did the bus tour. Ed Sean Clark showed us the 2 of the Shocker houses.
Oh, I forgot
was
about
like,
that.
Yeah, remember that? He's like, anybody want to go to the Shocker houses? I'm like, me and Brady are like, fucking it, right? We do. We're on it. Let's go.
I do.
And I'm like, right here, let's go. And I got to see the two Shocker houses. I'm like, holy shit. I had no idea that was going to happen. And yeah, I just love that movie. Horace Pinker. It was great. I was just starting to play guitar back then. And you had, the hell's Alice Cooper's guitar player's name? He had a cameo in it because he was freaking big muscular guy. Kane Roberts. I'm thinking Kane Roberts. So yeah, just such a fun movie, and it was great with the chase at the end where they're hopping in and out of the TV and all the different scenes.
Yeah,
amazing, just amazing stuff. So big fan.
Yeah, it's that movie. That movie just missed my top 10. And the only reason is just because, not that anybody needs to know this, but I was such a Fred head. I was such a Freddy diehard fan that I was like, no, you can't be the new Freddy. Fuck this movie. So, because that was kind of what Wes wanted to do with that film, is he wanted it to become like the next Freddy Krueger, because he kind of got screwed by New Line Cinema when it came to the Nightmare franchise. So he was trying to make the next one, and I was like, I love you, Wes, but I can't love that guy as much as I love Freddy. So
I don't think he would have been as iconic as Freddy Krueger, but I would love to have seen Horace Pinker come back. That would have been fun.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big time. And who we got here? Number 3, Scream for Ryan. Last House on the left.
Yeah.
Whoop. New Nightmare. Hills Have Eyes. Nice. We're all around the same. We're all around the same there. What about you, Big Joe?
Okay. Now, this was a very hard top 3 to come up with, but my number 3 is 1984's A Nightmare on Elm Street, the OG. Now,
Ooh.
I feel if you have top 10 list, anything in the top 3, there's nothing that's disrespectful about being in number 3.
No, not at all.
It's an iconic film. I just watched it the other day, and it still holds up. When Tina gets killed, it still scares me to this day, because it's like he's yelling Tina, and then when she falls, and you hear that guttural, all that blood splatters on his face, and he's like, you can hear him yelling in the background, "I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna kill you," and then he runs off. But that movie is, it's iconic for a reason, and it spawned all of those other movies. And it's amazing. For Robert Englund, the best. Number 3.
Yeah.
No, what else? The best.
Cool.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yes, baby.
Are you, Lurch?
So my number 3 is The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, nice and high. That's good.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
The reason being is because, if you guys know me, I'm a huge Halloween fan, but I also like Texas Chainsaw, so I like, that could really happen. And I think that's the scariest thing about that movie, is that shit could actually happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And that's fucking terrifying too.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I would be shitting myself if I'd be like, I am so fucked.
about you,
So
Leo?
my number 3 is Wes Craven's New Nightmare. That's another movie that every time I watch it, I think it is supremely crafted. I think everything about that film works in every department, like set design. The set design in the finale, I think, is mind-blowing. The way it represents like Dante's Inferno and the classic version of Christian hell and the Roman version of hell, like all these things that they incorporated into it. And like, I love what Wes did, because I don't know if people know this. They probably do if they watch the documentary, but Rachel Talalay and Wes didn't necessarily always get along. And she directed Freddy's Dead, which I always thought kind of crapped on Wes's original vision of Freddy by turning him into a family man instead of making him a loner, like this guy that just got a job in a boiler room and sleeps on a cot in the corner. Because I think that was what Wes wanted. So like after he watched that movie, I think he was just like, I can't do anything else because it's so far away from what I wanted. And coming up with what he did, it's brilliant. It's a precursor to like Scream in so many ways, you know, which is why he was so perfect to direct Scream. Right. And the score to that movie is so fucking good. It's one of my favorite horror scores of all time.
By far.
Yeah, that's my number 3.
I am overjoyed by your selection, so I love it.
Yeah, because it hasn't made your list yet, Joe. I know. I see it in your face. It's not there yet.
Nope.
She's coming. All right, so top 2. My number 2, and these two, well, I can't even say they wrestled, but we know where we're going for me because I'm that old traditional guy. So for me, my number 2 is Scream. I can vividly remember sitting in the theater in '96 and watching. Up, Lito's got the fireworks again. How are you doing that? He has no idea how he's doing it either. He's doing it though. It's awesome.
I love it.
So for me, Scream. I remember sitting in the theater, and this is how old that. So yeah, I was with the wife. Yeah, I was with my wife at the time. What girl? Actually, was a girlfriend at the time. And we watched it. And I walked out of there saying, "What a classic!" Because you gotta remember, like for a few years in the '90s, man, there was not too many good horror films, and there was nothing really to get too excited about. There was a couple here and there, but that one just changed everything because it was so big. I remember going to see it, and it was packed. And then I just remember talking to tons of other people saying, "How like, wow, this is great!" With all the, and of course, it was like me getting the Woody hitting the friggin' desk because of all the homages to Halloween. I was like, this is awesome.
Purple alert.
Because yeah, for me, for years, everybody's like, dude, what is wrong with you talking about Halloween? It's a fucking movie. And here it is, a movie that's paying homage to Halloween and all the tropes in it. I'm like, it was like, you couldn't ask for anything better. It was like a gift. So for me, yeah. Number 2, Scream.
I'm just going to throw it out there. Number 2, same here with you, Pat. 2 is Scream. 1996 is Scream. It is the epitome of, like, I call it the sleepover movie. I remember I was born in 86. So I was about 10, 11 years old. So that was like at the height of like young kids sleepovers. So when we would have sleepovers and watch scary movies, Scream was one of those movies that we would always watch. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So it was the epitome of a sleepover movie, and it was just fantastic. I didn't understand it a lot when I was younger, the meta and all that shit. I just love Ghostface, and he was always killing, and the reveal at the end was great. So because of its influence and how it's great, and it led to all these different these different ones that come out. It's great, man. It's Wes at his best, pretty much.
Oh, and what other movie up to that point where they gave you, because you always knew the tropes of every horror movie, whatever horror movie needed. You never had a horror movie tell you within the movie to watch out for the tropes that you can expect.
Yeah.
Like you can't go have sex. Don't ever say you're not going to come. Don't ever say I'll be right back because you're not going to come back. It's all the thing. I remember sitting there. I'm like, oh my God, they're saying everything that everybody's been saying about horror movies all these years, and it's in the fucking movie. Brilliant.
People sleep on the acting. The acting was so innocent. It was so fresh. It was good. Everybody was rooting for Dewey. You know, I mean, Miss Campbell.
It was cast perfectly.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely perfectly.
not to mention the best set of knockers ever caught on film that we didn't get to see. That we never got to see. You know what I mean? We got to see the headlights, but we didn't really get to see much.
The booby snubs. We have to
Yeah,
go back to
man.
the booby snubs.
But,
Joe, so I gotta tell you this real quick. Because of what you just said, when we did our Scream documentary and we interviewed Rose, they had a list of questions, and every one of us on the crew reviewed the questions and then like maybe added stuff or revised stuff or whatever before we gave it back to the director. And I looked at the list once they walked into the room they were filming in, and I like looked up and I was like, are we really not going to ask her about the scene?
yeah,
Like, because like, I mean, I don't want to be a pig, but like a lot of people are going to want to know stuff about that. So like there was this big discussion about should we ask, should we bring it up? Like, what do we say? And this, that, and they actually, it's in the documentary. Like they asked her about that. And I was like, thank you. Because like,
awesome.
I know horror fans and I know hetero guy horror fans because I am one, and they're going to be wondering about this.
I mean, it goes it goes along the same lines as H4. You know, and you know who I'm talking about. It's like I think we asked her at age 45, whether you were there, Pat. They asked her about that scene. Her name, excuse me. What's her name? God damn it. Fuck off, Wade. What's her name from H4?
Kathleen Kinmont.
Kathleen Kinmont.
Kinmont. That's right. Somebody had actually asked her about that scene. They're like, oh, you know, somebody said something about we wish we would have saw that. Her response was, don't you think that some things are best left unseen? And everybody deep down was like, no. Fuck no. You remember that?
No.
Remember that, Lurch?
Nope.
Lurch was there. Lurch was there.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck that. I was like, we wanted to see the Morlocks. Okay.
Show us your guns.
Yeah. So that same thing with that Rose scene. You know what I mean? Like it was so like, bro, that shirt was, and that's like the typical 90s shirt at the time.
Oh yeah.
It's got like the bright yellow with the little stripes and the little cut top. Oh my god, but girl with the shirt and all that. Woo! Watch out now. Might poke an eye out.
And the thing that startled me the most when I went to see Scream was why am I drawing a blank on her name? Drew Barrymore was big at the time.
Yeah.
So we went in blindly, not knowing that within the first 10 minutes she was going to get fucking killed. So we're watching her, we're thinking like, yeah, she's going to get away, and they killed her. We were like, well, wait a second. Isn't she the star of the film? Because everybody else behind her were not big stars at the time. Courtney Cox maybe a little bit, but the rest of them were not big stars. We're like, you just killed her off in the first 10 minutes.
Crazy.
So yeah, crazy shit.
Yeah, we got robbed on that one. And there's no way, by the way, that when the freaking garage door was going up, because of how big they were, it would have just broke through like a Hulk. It wouldn't have killed her. It would have
been a great visual of them hanging out the front with her face.
It would have been fine. It would have just busted through like a Hulk. And
they would have held those things. Would have held her up. They would have been like a life raft.
Come on, let's be real. You want realism? That would have been real. That would have been real.
Why do I have the feeling that my appearances on your podcast are going to get me canceled one day?
Hey, I've been me and Brett try to keep this man to my left on a chain.
Over there,
he's turning us into him a little bit.
I'm a dirty old man. Ryan's got Scream too. Bill's got Scream it too. James, yeah. Number 2, man. It was, for those of my age group know how big this movie was. It was big at the time, especially if you weren't into horror. If you weren't into horror, you didn't give a rat's ass. You knew how big it was, but like for horror fans, it was big. But leave off Lurch.
Yeah. So kind of in line with The Hills Have Eyes. Last House on the Left is number 2 for me.
Wow, up high. That's good.
It's gritty. It's in your face. It kind of puts you like you're there witnessing it yourself. And there's nothing scarier than real people. Those are the real monsters.
Amen. Amen.
Wow,
Yeah, and
very
it's
cool.
and it also it makes you feel like you shouldn't be watching what you're seeing.
It
Yeah.
makes you
Like,
kind of
you
sick
know?
and disgusted. Yeah.
It's like this is
Yeah,
what happened in the
yeah.
film, but you're just as fucked up. Why are you watching it?
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Couldn't agree
yep, yep,
more.
yep, yep.
Couldn't agree more.
Cool. All right, Lito, what about you? Two.
My number 2 is probably obvious. Scream. I mean, I expected a lot from Wes going into that movie because I was such a huge fan, and he's one of my favorite directors of all time. And I knew it had a new slasher icon, supposedly based on what they told us in like Fangoria.
No.
I put a link up to an article I wrote years and years ago about the first time that I went and saw this movie with my cousins, who were like my brothers. Literally, when that fucking shot of Drew swaying from the tree cuts to black, and then the lights came back up on Nev, aside from like being like, oh my God, who's that? She's stunning. We all like turned around to check to make sure that we were alone in the theater, because we were the only ones there on opening day at like 3 p.m. And we were so scared that we actually had to make sure that we were still alone. That's how powerful that opening is. And
Crazy.
again, great acting, great concept. It reinvigorated horror, which Wes did 3 times in his career. The score, again, is phenomenal. Like the music that plays when Casey's dying, like the throes of her death, her gasps, and her like saying, Mom, it's so heart-wrenchingly just like beautiful. Like you hear it and you're just like, this is like being in church in the worst way. So like one of the best horror films ever, in my opinion. And I know people give me shit for that, but
No, it's
there it is.
oh, why? I mean, come on, seriously.
No. It's warranted, and it is what it is, man. It's a fucking great movie.
For people that don't know that time frame, don't realize how big a deal it was at the time. It was a big.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it wasn't like a Marvel cinematic film, like it's the big thing nowadays. But like for horror fans back in '96, it was big.
Yeah,
and I loved every minute of it. I think I saw it 3 times in the theater, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. I was working in a theater, as I mentioned, so I got to see it a lot, and I was very grateful.
So I worked in the theater too. I mentioned it. But I worked in the theater from 1986, I think, to '89. So I saw Beetlejuice 8,000 times, Eddie Murphy Raw 8,000 times, 3 Men and a Baby Out 8,000 times. She's Having a Baby 8,000 times. All the
Did
movies.
Did you see Last Crusade and Batman and all those movies 3,000 times?
8,000 times.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Fish Called Wanda 8,000 times.
Fucking movie's amazing.
Such a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I love JLC in that movie, bro. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna drop the bomb because I'm gonna go take a leak on top of this too. Not on top of anything here outside. I wore the shirt for the reason it's got to be number 1, A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original for me. That movie, I can remember people talking about it because I did not see it in the theater at the time, because the theater I worked at in my town, like I said, I had a small little town that I lived in Edgewood, New Jersey, which is now like ridiculously overpriced and it's fancy schmancy town. But back then it was just a small little suburban town, and they had a 4-screen theater, and I worked at it. And I didn't work out until '86, so Nightmare came out before that, but they didn't have it at the theater. It wasn't there. And I remember people talking about it, and the nearest theater was like a couple towns away, and my parents were going to have to drive us there to take it. And they're like, Dad, I'm going to go see this horror movie about this guy who's got knives in his fingers. They're like, get the hell away from me. Go to bed. There's no way that was going to happen. So we rented it on video. So I remember sitting in my cousin's living room, and it was like me and my cousins and my friends, because we all live like 2 blocks away from each other. So we like grew up like best friends, and we're all watching this movie, and we were like, wow, how fucked up is this? He's got fingers as knives. The scene where you see Heather Langenkamp in the school, and she falls asleep, and you see her dead friend in the body bag and the blood. We were just mesmerized, like, whoa. And I can, as I'm talking, I can still visualize us watching that and how much it blew us away. So everything Wes did after that was good. He did a ton of stuff. That's why we have a top 10. We could have did a top 20.
Shit.
But that was like a moment in time. Like the top two are moments in time that I remember vividly, and that's usually that's the movies that tend to make the top three or top five or whatever. And those two vividly remember where I was, what I was doing when I saw them, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy shit.
Yeah,
So,
I feel the same way about my top three. I remember exactly where I was, who was there, what it smelled like, everything.
Joe's smiling because I know what his number one is.
I mean, it's simple.
Yeah. Oh, they are.
Yeah, I'm here, man. It's simple, man. It is simple. 1994's Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Yeah, I knew that was your number one.
I mean, come on, man. It introduced being like fucking uber meta. You know what I'm talking about? Like it introduced its self-awareness. The fact that it was a standalone piece that did its own thing after the franchise kind of gone off fucking rails, so to speak. You know, it brought it back with a fucking laptop. Come here, like fucking Scorpion. Come here, bitch. Like it was incredible. It was a great return for Freddy. I loved his new look. I love Dylan. I love Miko Hughes. He's a 1986 kid like myself. You know, love Miko. A big Miko fan. Never asleep again. You know, all that shit. Heather.
Oh, that's right. You're an 86 kid. That's right, bastard. I was working in the theater in 86 when you were born.
And Heather Langenkamp, she is the best. I love the final scene, the fight scene with her and Freddy. You know, they kind of go at it, and you know, Dylan fucking stabs his tongue. He's like this, no, and the fucking tongue. He's like, he stabs that motherfucker. It's so great. I could go over that whole movie back and forth. I love the breadcrumbs. I love Rex. I love the intro scene. You know, when the glove comes alive and all that shit. That is incredible. It's cool.
The glove, man. The glove itself.
I'll be right back.
Yeah,
it was so cool, that glove, because it was like the one. It was like the one on all the posters up to that point, and that was so cool to see it realized.
Absolutely, it was so cool of a design, because we had gotten in the past like that rustic, dirty, ugly, dingy glove. You know, and this was like cool. It had like the bone structure and the like.
It looked more refined.
Yeah, man, it was cool. And then with the advanced technology of the special effects, when that fucking glove was crawling on the table, that was spooky as fuck, bro. That scared me. That was scary.
And don't you get like I do every time that Heather says, "I love you too, Daddy," and Freddy tears through the sheet up into the shot where she walks into the house and the door slams shut. That entire sequence gives me goosebumps every time I watch it. Yes. Between the way it's executed, the music, the shot selection, like it's just like, to me, that's some of the best horror cinema that I think I've ever seen. Honestly,
by far. That
his makeup too, like his burns and everything in that movie are killer.
Yeah,
man.
There were like it kind of gave me like what do you call that? Not Pinhead, Hellraiser, like the Cenobites. Like the stretch out skin, like you could see like the fibers and shit underneath. Like
it was gross.
It was fucking gross, and I love the new look and design. And I read a lot back on that it was, you know, this was Wes's kind of like what he really wanted Freddy to look like in the first place. This is what he really wanted him to look like. And the skin a cat scene is one of my favorite scenes in any movie. You know, when he's like, Dylan, you ever played Skin the Cat? You know, and he fucking, you know, the whole scene with Julie and everything, and she's like, help me, you know, he's like, and all that shit. But I mean, fuck, I keep going on about this movie. If I could rate it out of 10, it's a 10 out of 10. In my opinion, it's my favorite Wes Craven film, and I could watch it any day of the week, anytime, any place, anywhere. And I got a couple collectibles. I was gonna pull them out, but I have a Sideshow figure of Freddy from that movie, and it's one of my prized possessions because I love it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab it. So y'all go ahead.
You know what's funny is I totally agree with Joe and Lurch about the makeup. I loved the redesign so much, but there's so many Nightmare on Elm Street fans in the Nightmare community that fucking hate that makeup design, and to this day, I don't understand that at all. I thought it was brilliant.
I thought it was cool as hell. Why?
Yeah, and it just buffed him up, like the way that his jaw is a little more square, and like the bones are a little more puffy, so it makes him look a little bigger. And he wore a bodysuit underneath the sweater to make him look more muscular. Like, I love all that shit because it made him so different. And, you know, at that point, why just do the same thing again if you think of something that's that, to me, ingenious? You know what I mean? So the people that crap on it for being so different, and there are a bunch of them in the Nightmare community, I think they're missing one of the most beautiful and amazing aspects of that film, is that it's not just the same thing over and over again. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like, he had this idea and it was an ingenious idea at the time.
Yeah.
Why can't you just embrace that instead of being like, he doesn't look the same, you know? So
No.
Oh, I'm not going down a bad rabbit hole, but there's a lot of Halloween fans that are the same way.
And
Stick
there
in the
was
muds.
great homage during the scene where they were interviewing Nancy, and they surprise them, and you know, Freddy comes out, and isn't he wearing the original outfit from the first film when he's doing the thing to the crowd, like,
yeah,
and like,
yeah,
it's things like that that make that movie
Yeah.
great. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know,
Not to mention, man, Heather looked amazing in that movie too, man.
oh, she was a babe. I mean, now she dresses
Oh,
like
man.
Al Borland from fucking, you know, Home Improvement, but you
She
know.
buys her clothes from Binford.
Yeah, she does. Binford was 100%. They're Lincoln cab, you know. But fuck me. But for the most part, she's fantastic, and she's great. She plays a great mother role. People shit on Miko's performance, but I think as a kid with the high hands, all that shit, he was fantastic. He was fantastic in that role, and it just added to his legend. You know, he was already, you know, known for some other things. You know, girls have a vagina, boys have a penis, all that shit. So I love that movie. We can talk about that shit for days and days.
Look at Colin, number one with Hills Have Eyes. He owns 11 different. Only 11? Come on, Colin. I think you have more than that.
Oh,
He's
man.
slacking.
Love the movie.
Oh,
He's slacking
man.
off. Bill's got Nightmare on Elm Street, number one of the greatest horror films ever made. I was the first to discover it in our neighborhood, and like many kids, I made my own Freddy glove the next morning. Nice. James has got Nightmare. Yep, best horror movie of all time.
Sexy.
Look at Ryan, Serpent in a Rainbow, number one. Yeah, I'm not gonna argue that, man. That's a crazy film, man. And I was, when we were talking about this, I'm like, I gotta go back and watch it. I haven't watched it in a minute. It's such a creepy film.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it's scary. It's so scary, bro. I couldn't put it on my list. So you're right, Ryan. You face your fears. I stay away from them.
Oh no, there's my neighbor, my buddy. I was with hanging out before this. No, the boobs are coming up. Boobs are coming. They're coming out. Oh, and the Chiefs won. Nice. Thankfully, the Chiefs
No
won.
shit.
Nice.
Thank God we don't have to hear, you know, Mr. Quarterback complain anymore.
Nice. Good for that.
Just kidding.
So,
All
so
right,
what about you,
Lurch.
Lurch? Lurch, what's your
So
number one?
Number one for me is the OG Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yep.
For so many reasons, like that kick-started like a whole pop culture phenomena. I mean, even down to, you know, Freddy being on MTV, to marketing Matchbox getting in on the game, marketing like pull string dolls to 3-year-olds. I mean, Freddy's Freddy, man.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I do actually think when I pee. So I was thinking a good top 5 would be our top 5 movies that when you first saw them, you remember everything about the moment you saw them.
Yeah.
Where you were, who you were with, because they made such an impact on you that you remember them.
And that was
Everything about
I
it.
like that.
was that actually Depp's first film?
Yes.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yep.
I mean, it started that too. So
Yeah.
Let me see if I can catch it.
Look at Bill. What are you talking about? There's 4 boobs on the screen right now.
Fucking
Oh,
asshole.
you son of a
dick.
bitch.
You dick.
You
Hey.
son of a bitch.
Hey, he's not lying.
All right. By the way, I sent you, Pat, in our chat on Facebook, I sent you a picture that if you can share with the audience, I want you to share that when I get to that sequence. My number one is the original, the classic, the one that really put Wes on the map, the one that fucked with my brain so hard when I first saw it, the one that kept me up at night, Nightmare on Elm Street, the original. That film is, yes, it has flaws, but the concept, the writing, the visual execution, the way that Wes managed to tap so brilliantly into what everyone does. We all have to dream. We all have to sleep, and then spin it into something horrifying. And also, he caught so many universal visuals that I think we all have in nightmares, like feet getting stuck into stairs, like running down the street but not making any progress. Like you're running top speed, but you can't go anywhere. Like blood, trails of blood that you can't explain. There's so many iconic visuals in that movie that I think I love them because I like movies like that. Like Phantasm is another movie that I absolutely love because there's so much shit. There's so much shit in that movie that you have no fucking idea what's happening. Like you literally you're like, I don't know if this is real. I don't know if it's a dream. And Robert as Freddy was just, when they talk about people that were born to play certain roles, like Jack Nicholson as the Joker or, Robert Downey as Iron Man or Marlon Brando as the Godfather, Robert was born to play Freddy Krueger. And I think that's the reason why it has always been one of the toughest challenges to figure out who is going to follow in his footsteps, because that's a really fucking hard act to follow. And he gave us so many different shades of that character, but the original, he is such a fucking dirty ass lech pervert, child molesting, child killing piece of shit. And he does it so creepily and effectively, especially if you know what he's like in real life, because he's such a nice guy. You're just like, this guy can act his ass off. And when I was a kid, I grew up, I was talking about this photo that I sent you. I grew up in the height of Freddy mania. That's what I talk about in Fredheads. Like I bought Fangos. I bought little, squeeze 'em toys that shot water out of Freddy's mouth. I had the mask that was made. I don't remember the company that made it, but I had the mask, the Halloween mask.
Yeah.
I made a glove because I couldn't afford to buy one of the plastic replicas. So I made a glove out of cardboard. I literally made cardboard, the plate, and then I made the finger stalls out of old toilet paper rolls that I cut into the shape of the fingers. And
is
then
that what that is?
One of those, I put one of those little brass things that you use to hold paper together that opens up like this. I used that to hold the pieces of the fingers together. And then the blades were actually popsicle sticks that I cut to look like blades. And then I colored with silver markers.
Dude, that is fucking incredible, dog.
So like, that movie, it changed me, man. I mean, Halloween changed me, but Nightmare really, like, I think made me just realize this is my destiny. Like horror is my thing. Like I love all genres, but like horror is just, it's calling to me. So that's my number one.
That's incredible, dude.
Awesome, man. It looks really cool too, man.
Oh, thank you.
Very cool. And I have to highlight some things here because I was laughing. Ryan Underwood. Johnny Depp went from blood in the bed to shit in the bed. And then Bill, sounds like, because I was talking about peeing and thinking, I can do my memoirs, Thinking and Peeing with Patrick Ring.
That I would buy that book if I saw that title.
Oh man. So yeah, so that is our top 10. Was this James, Nightmare on Elm Street is the best horror movie of all time. The visuals, the gore, the performances, the music score. Freddy Krueger is the best horror. And hey, I'm a Halloween guy, and that's my number one, but there's no argument there. It's all a matter of taste, and there's no arguing. It's like,
right.
That's number one to you, man. I would never argue, because if Halloween wasn't around, that'd probably be my number one.
Well,
that's the way I look at it. You know, it's crazy. I literally took a photo of those old Freddy and Jason squeezy heads from my collection for someone the other day. Nice.
What are they called? Spitballs or mad balls?
Yes.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah, something. Yeah. Like it had like a giant head and the mouth was like that.
Yeah. They'd squirt like 20 foot or something like that.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we talking about? Squirting? What? What are we talking about? I'm sorry.
Nothing.
Hey, we're doing boobs. We're not doing anything else tonight. We're doing boobs. So
I like phenomena.
So that is our That is our top 10 Wes Craven movies. Well, holy shit, that took a while. Damn, because there's so much meat on that bone. You can't just rush through 10 Wes Craven films that you're fans of. So yeah, somebody send me something else. Hold on 1 second. I'm hearing things beep.
Is it a picture of boobs?
I've no people can send me pictures of boobs all day long. Here, not a problem. Just throw them in the comments. So tonight, no argument here. So that was our top 10. So we're going to do a movie review tonight. And we're going to do a watch along of this on Tuesday. And my neighbor, if he's still in the chat, waiting for us to talk about Boobs. We watched it last night because I'm like, I wanted to revisit it before I watched it so I could talk about it. And because I haven't watched it, truth be told, maybe like 20 years. For no other reason than it just hasn't popped up. But we're doing our review tonight of The Running Man from 1987, Schwarzenegger.
Oh, great movie.
And on Tuesday night, make sure you guys come back because we're doing a watch along of The Running Man. Where we hang out with everybody and chat about it. So let's do a quick movie review of The Running Man. So 1987 is The Running Man. This was like the start of Schwarzenegger fever, where he was basically just getting one-liners. He was still getting one-liners. And so I did revisit this last night because I hadn't watched it in a minute. So I wanted to make sure it was fresh on my mind. And I had forgotten how many cameos were in this film. Oh, yeah. And in the beginning, I was watching it. It says directed by Paul Michael Glaser. I was like, I forgot he directed this. Sure. And for those that aren't as old as I am, don't remember who Paul Michael Glaser was, that's Starsky from Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot he became a director after that. He directed quite a few movies and a lot of TV shows. And I'm like, holy shit, I forgot all about that he directed this film. Yeah. And you got cameos from Mick Fleetwood, Dweezil Zappa, Lynn Shay's in there for a scene.
Jesse Ventura's
in there.
Richard Dawson. We were talking about Family Feud the other day.
Family Feud. And that was one of the things we were talking about when we brought this up. I was like, he was such a good villain in this. He would have been great as a villain in other films. Yeah, he was so good in this.
Him as Bond villain. You know what I'm saying?
He was evil Family Feud guy.
Yeah.
He was playing the same character he played on Family Feud, but he was evil. You know, he had that creepiness to him. So it was so great. And then if you want, and I was still sober enough to keep watching the credits, and a few names popped out. Like Alan Howarth was like music engineer on it, which I did not realize. George P. Wilbur was in it doing stunts, and I was like, "Holy shit! I haven't watched this in so long. I forgot all this shit." So I was happy I revisited it last night, and it's fun from start to finish. It was cast Maria Conchita Alonso. I forgot what a great body that girl had, man. Holy shit.
Oh, for a period there, she was wasn't she in Colors? I remember her in Colors. And like,
she was in Colors.
She was the mom. She was the one that Pac-Man was banging.
Yeah. I was like, I forgot the body. I was like, holy crap. So I think it was cast very well. Everybody played their parts very well, and it kept you entertained. It was fast paced to me. And I was watching them, scratching my head. I'm like, what is this? What? Because truth be told, like I said, I hadn't watched it in a while. What is it reminding me of? It was almost like an inspiration for Rob Zombie's 31.
Wow.
Am I right?
Yeah.
How you take these people, you put them in the situation when they have to survive, and they keep throwing these killers at them. Yeah. And then if they knock off the killer, the next killer comes out, and there's supposed to be a prize at the end where you get to be free, but we know that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So I was like, holy shit. I'm like, Rob Zombie, you stealing bastard, you.
Well, I mean, people don't know. A lot of people don't know that this was kind of loosely based on the Stephen King book.
Well, it was loosely based on a Stephen King book. Right?
And to me, it's got that eeriness to it. You know what I mean? It's like surviving death. You know what I mean, so to speak. It's like, but then you add the elements of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he comes with that fucking 90s action. You know, it's a good recipe for entertainment. It's a fantastic.
Oh, so for me, I can go on about it, and we'll talk more about it when we watch it on Tuesday night. So if I get a ranking from 1 to 10, this movie for me, and I haven't watched it so long, maybe I'm still giddy about how much I enjoyed it. For me, it's a solid 8. because I really enjoyed it. I was like, wow, I haven't watched this in so long, and I forgot how much I really like this film.
Very nice, bro. That's a high score, man. Damn.
Yeah, maybe I'm still high. Maybe I'm getting a buzz. I don't know
Oh,
what it is, but I
Let me ask you
definitely
this:
enjoyed it.
what was your favorite, if you can recall, since you just recently watched it? What was your favorite death in the film? You had to choose.
That's good. Let's see. The favorite death would have to be probably Dynamo, because he was a pervert. Remember, he tried to get on top of Maria Conchita Alonso, and he got all wet and got electrocuted.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
he was like a skeevy bastard. He almost reminded you of King Kong Bundy. He looked like King Kong Bundy.
No,
Yeah.
I just love the names. It was Sub-Zero, Dynamo, Buzzsaw, and was it Fireball?
Fireball.
Yeah.
Fireball.
So,
With he had the flamethrower.
Flamethrower. Yeah, I felt like I was watching fucking American Gladiators. Yeah, fucking Sub-Zero, Hawk and all this shit. Like, fucking names so cool. But it was funny to say the least. Sorry about that.
Let's
No,
see,
you're
Joe.
good.
Oh man, it is fucking funny. This movie is fucking hilarious. I mean, it's I don't know. It's just 90s cheese. Did it come out in the 90s? When did it come out?
87.
87. Okay.
87.
80s cheese. Okay. I was 1 year old when this shit came out. It's a great watch. It's funny. It's entertaining. I love the fun deaths and Arnold with his little one-liners and fucking cool shit. I love the young Arnold. I'm a big fan of, because he still was trying to learn how to talk, because he couldn't talk very good.
Yeah.
He's very, very corny.
The Butcher of Bakersfield.
Very corny. Very corny. And then who was the famous Hall of Famer? Sub-Zero. It was what was his name? Jim Brown? Was that Jim Brown?
Jim Brown. Jim
Yeah,
Brown.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Did we mention him?
He was Fireball.
Yeah. No, was he Fireball?
Yeah. He was Fireball.
Oh
He
yeah,
had the
yeah.
flamethrower.
That's right. So no, movie's super fun. Do I give it an 8? No, I give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 sushis.
Yeah. If you ask me, maybe coming off the high of how much fun I had watching last night and the couple of beers I had, it might go down a little bit. Yeah, I like this is my neighbor who I was watching with last night, Mike. They had the light bright. He's just like, oh my god, it looks like light bright, because that's what Dynamo looked like.
He did.
And he was an opera singer. Remember, he kept singing opera shit.
Yep.
And the one liner, "Hear this Sub-Zero now, Plane Zero."
Plane Zero.
Yeah. What happened to Buzzsaw? Oh, he had to split.
You have to split.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Ryan, you know my big ass loves Arnold. Yeah. Arnold, big time.
Because I could break your neck like a chicken. That's the wrong movie.
climbing for dollars.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Stupid
That
shit. Oh my god.
Cadre Cola. What about you, Lurch?
So don't stone me for this. I have not seen it, man. So
Thank you. Good night. Let's go home.
Get.
I have not seen it, but I will watch it.
Oh, you
you're
haven't
outta
seen The
here.
Running yet? Really? Wow.
I have not, man.
Shame
Wow.
on you. Shame on the
There's a
Lurch.
lot of there's a
What
lot
kind
of
of cunt does that?
let's go easy on the guy.
Yeah. Oh god, we love Lurch. We could never do it. But I'm surprised you haven't seen it. But that's
Nah,
good.
man, I
That's
haven't.
actually pretty cool, because it's nice to watch something for the first time with somebody and see what their
Yeah.
reaction is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I'm looking
I've
at
never,
it. Cool.
I haven't seen everything. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be cool to see what you think of it when you finally do watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
I'm
fun
looking forward to it.
one-liners and quotes, bro. It's very memorable.
You just have to expect what it is. It's a product of its era in many, many ways.
Yeah.
So
It's early Arnold, where Arnold was still one-liner Arnold. So like basically everything he said was a one-liner.
Hey,
Yes.
you cold-blooded bastard. I'll tell you what I think of it. I'll live to see you eat that contract. But I hope to leave enough room for my fist, because I want to ram it in your stomach and your goddamn spine.
Not just fine.
I love when he looks at Richard Dawson. I'll be back for you, Killian, and only in the reruns.
Only in a rerun, sweetheart.
That's right. Not phased at all. Only in the rerun.
Yeah.
Oh,
not,
yeah, you'll
not
enjoy
worried
it.
in the slightest.
Yeah, I'm looking
not
forward
worried
to it,
in the
man.
slightest.
Yeah, here's another one. Why should I help you? Because I'm going to say please.
Please. uh,
Running Man was such a fun movie and proof that Arnold could carry. Yeah, he could, man. It's just, of course, it's one-liner cheese, and it was great because, for those that don't know, I'm a cigar connoisseur. I love my cigars, and Arnold is a big cigar guy, man. He's been on cover of. I'm surprised. He's probably one of the guys that can never understand didn't have his own line of cigars because he's been on Cigar Fish now 100 different times, and this is the first movie where I remember seeing him with a cigar in his mouth.
I think he got Carl Weathers smoking.
Did he?
did it
I think
really?
so.
Yes. Yes.
Huh?
Yeah. Carl talks about that in a lot of the interviews for Predator.
That's where it was. I think it was on the set of that, man. He got him smoking.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I just keep thinking of all
Well,
these quotes.
I don't blame him.
You bastard. Drop dead. I don't do requests.
Bill's got
Requests.
see Bill's right there with me. Running Man, 9 out of 10, one of his favorite Schwarzenegger movies. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Really, really is.
Yeah.
And I'll say it again because I grew up watching Family Feud with my grandmother, and I loved Richard Dawson. We used to just love to see how many times he would kiss women on that fucking show. It was all about how many women he can kiss. And I still, to this day, when I watch Pluto TV at night when I'm cooking dinner, I'll still put on Hogan's Heroes, and he was great in Hogan's Heroes. And it was so great. And I just scratched my head. It's like he was so good in that. Why didn't they give? I mean, I know why they gave him the role because it was the role of a game show host, and it was perfect for him. But like the way he did it, it's like they should have gave him more because he was really, really good in it.
Yeah,
I remember him from watching reruns of the Match Game.
Yeah.
Match game. The old 76 match game with God, what the hell was the guy? Shit.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
a bunch of
Gene
people.
Rayburn.
That's
Gene
it.
Rayburn.
Yeah.
And
That's
you had Richard Dawson. You had who the hell was Jack Klugman's wife? Brett Summers. And remember they would all sit there and they all had ashtrays and they'll be smoking through the whole fucking show.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, man.
They'd sit there just smoking away, and it was
pretty damn funny too, man.
it was funny, because it was just so good because they were joking to the point where they couldn't curse, but it was just and it was always blank something. It was like blank, like it's like Pussy Willow. It's like blank Willow, and that's how they did it. It was just like, and it was the 70s. I'm like, oh my god, this shit's crazy. If you go watch I used to watch the game show channel all the time because when I used to be home from school sick, my grandmother would watch me. And it was either soap operas or game shows. Usually, Family Feud or reruns of
yeah.
Bewitched.
Oh yeah, I watched that a lot too.
But what about you, Lito? What do you give it?
So that's a movie another one that I remember seeing in theaters. Again, I'm really dating. I said my age earlier, so I guess it doesn't matter now.
Hey, I'm
But,
still the
I
oldest.
saw it-
You're good.
Yeah, I saw it at the Crossroads Theaters, which was a 2-screen theater. And it was one of these movies where I had to beg my parents to take me. And then if I'm not mistaken, I think we had to sneak in or something. Anyway, I love the movie. I think it's a ton of fun. It has its tongue firmly planted in its cheek, even though it prophesies so many things that are actually happening now.
True.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen, bro.
Yeah. And it's a lot of fun because you, like me, grew up in the era where Richard Dawson was a household name. So to see him on the big screen being this total dickwad was just it was such this is hilarious and yet awesome and amazing because he's actually really good.
He was great.
I love this. I love this score too. I think that's a very underrated Harold Faltermeyer score. It's a great theme. Yeah. And again, isn't one of the members of Fleetwood Mac in that movie as the professor that removes the neck collar?
Mick Fleetwood, the drummer.
Yeah. There are so many little cameos by these people that you're like, holy shit, and
that's what I was doing last night.
Arnold's...
And his little henchman with the beret is Dweezil Zappa, the Frank Zappa son.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, and Arnold's old weightlifting buddies have little parts here and there in the film, which I always think is so cool that he does that for people that he knew in his youth, and it's just a great 80s, throwback action kind of sci-fi, kind of, you know, adventure film. I would give it a solid, probably 7 out of 10.
Nice.
Fucking killer, dude.
Yeah.
Good score. It's respectable because it's not trash. It's not it's just right where it needs to be.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So Bill's Commando maybe his overall get to the job is his favorite.
Billy.
Oh, Hogan's Heroes. Yeah, I still watch it a lot. It's
yeah.
it's always on Pluto TV, so I put on all the time. And that was one of the graves I remember seeing when I was at when I went to out for H45. We went to Westwood Memorial, and Bob Crane. We saw Bob Crane's grave. That was Colonel Hogan from Hogan's Heroes.
I know nothing.
I know nothing. Sergeant Schultz.
Yep.
Don't change that dial. Yeah, so everybody, yeah, throw your numbers in the chat and hit us in the comments after. So what do you give it? 1 out of 10, The Running Man. And make sure you guys come back on Tuesday night because we're watching it on Tuesday night. We're all going to watch it together, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Fuck
Yeah.
I don't do requests.
Do requests. We should just do like a whole. We could do a whole slew of Arnold movies. I mean, forget it. Even Kindergarten Cop. I mean, we could just do so many. Yeah,
Love that movie. I love that movie.
Go down that rabbit hole. So yeah, so that is so. We'll do a quick. What did you watch? Because I don't know what you guys watched this week, and for those that don't know, that just tuning into the channel, we do a thing called "What Did You Watch?" Because we tell everybody, okay, these are things we watched. Maybe give you some ideas, and we get a lot of feedback from people in the chat or after. Hey, go check this out, and we watch what people suggest. So let's do a quick. What the fuck did you watch this week? So I didn't watch much this week. Like I said, truth be told, everybody knows outside of this, I've been busy as hell. So aside from The Running Man, which I watched again last night, and Wrong Turn, which we watched on our watch along last Tuesday, I wrote down stuff. What did I write down? I finally finished In Search of Darkness. We watched that last night.
Nice.
About all the 80s films. Shout out to Mike if he's still in chat, my neighbor. We watched that last night, and it was so good. And there might be another watch along coming along, because sitting there with my neighbor Mike, who doesn't watch a lot of movies, doesn't know a lot of horror, and I'm like, this is good. He's like, never saw it. This is great. Never saw it.
That's crazy.
This is great. He's like, never saw it. And I'm like, all right, dude, we got to start. There's a big thing on YouTube where people have reaction videos. So
Yes.
I said we're gonna have to do like we have to start doing like a watch long reaction thing with him, because he's never seen these films and he's very critical of everything. So I said it's going to be called My Virgin Neighbor.
Oh wow.
I love it.
You still there, Mike?
That's awesome.
There he is. Serious. Never heard of most of them.
Now, I mean,
I'm like,
honest to God, In Search of Darkness is a great way of remembering movies that you may have forgot you saw, or introducing shit you've never seen before. Because all it takes is, a short little list of films, and you're like, oh shit, this guy made this. I didn't know he made this, and then you start going into like a rabbit hole of all these other movies that you've never seen before. Fucking, I love shit like that. I watched it back, and I can't wait for the 90s one to come out.
Yeah, I'm waiting for because I just enjoyed the 80s one. It was so much fun. And even Mike enjoyed it. He's like, it was great to see all this stuff. And it reminded me of a much longer version of Terror in the Isles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I love it. It's year for year. It covers the big movies year after year. So
for that year. Right.
You can pause it. It's an easy way for you to keep track. It's because the shit's long as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't get shit. You just watch it 1980, whatever. Pause it, come back over.
Right. My Virgin Neighbor definitely sounds like a porno. I said, well, I figure it's good clickbait. You know why? Because people see Virgin, like it, they'll click on it and be like, what is this? So we'll get the clicks. Callers watch. I watched Play Dead on Tubi. Solid horror film with a cat. No, I'm gonna write that down. All I do is watch Tubi, and I like suggestions on Tubi. Play Dead. I didn't see that one. Play Dead.
Did you guys watch anything?
Oh yeah.
What about you guys? Anything else?
I got a good little list here. I went on a little rage. I watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Good.
Oh man.
It was on Netflix. MB was supposed to watch it with me, but she passed out. Fuck, dude, I forgot great movies. Fucking Nurse Ratched and see.
That's what I was doing with my
Okay.
wife and my daughter. I was playing Nurse Ratchet for the past few days.
I didn't even know. Like I watched it, and I'm getting off track here, but then I found out there's a series called Nurse Ratchet or something on Netflix too.
Yeah, there
I mean,
is.
it's like
Yeah,
8
yeah.
episodes. I'm gonna go and watch that now because I watched this one. And Jack was amazing, and you know it was a great film. I watched last night. I think I was drunk, and I got home.
Oh, wait,
And-
hold on, Joe. Put a pin in that
Yeah.
because I see here. I think we have Drunk Brady joining us.
There it is.
Hey,
Hey,
Hello.
look who's here.
Howdy, gang.
Hey,
There he
what's
is.
up? He's
What's up,
the
man?
he's not
What's up,
the
Jeremy?
biggest
Look,
guy
he's still got his
around.
shoulders.
He's
still
not the
impressed with
biggest
your
guy
shoulders.
around anymore.
Nice. Very nice. Ready to go.
He's set on old fashions, but we're talking Wes Craven. We're talking movies. So,
Very nice.
Jeremy, what's your favorite movies
My favorite movies?
in movies?
My favorite movies in movies? Hey, see, my all-time favorite would hypothetically be if Kathleen Kinmont, Halloween 4, had dropped the whole
Look-
dossier down
That's coming up. You guys got to jump in for the boobs.
with my man Sasha Baron Cohen. It would have been all good.
You mean Sasha Jensen?
Yes.
Sasha Jensen. Sasha Jensen. I'm
For
gonna
those
go
who don't
outside and
know,
talk
they're
really
they're
quick.
at a
I know it's
convention
cold.
with an
Hold on a
open
second,
bar.
guys.
That's awesome.
Okay, I need to hear you guys. Yes, it's been a long night of old fashions.
Hell yeah.
I don't think I remember Jeremy being drunk when we were out there.
He was drunk before we all got back. When we got back from the tour.
Was he? I don't remember him being that drunk.
Remember, he took the tops off of the Jeep on the rental I had.
How is it up? Ready?
Oh my God! How's everything going tonight? I will go back and watch it. I miss you guys.
You too, buddy.
What's the
We
temperature
miss
there?
you.
Lido, Lurch, good to see you guys.
You too, man.
What's your temperature there, Brady?
Cold enough to be outside, but you know what? It doesn't matter right now. It's I think it's about 18 degrees.
I got 17
Oh my
here.
God.
I'm 17 here.
Lido, stop
Oh my
it. You
God.
used to deal with this. How dare you on the West Coast?
Traitor.
Hey, did you? Did you finish your Wes Craven films?
Yeah, you want to run down your top 10?
I can't do my top 10, but I want to just know each of your number ones really quick.
Nightmare on Elm Street, the OG.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Joe,
New Nightmare.
New Nightmare. Lurch,
Nightmare.
New Nightmare. No kidding.
No. The
The
original.
OG.
Original Nightmare. Okay.
You're like, no. Fuck.
Lido, is that about the same for you, bud?
Yeah, the original Nightmare.
Okay. I'm going to tell you my favorite is the first Scream. It's just because I just like the tributes to all the different horror aspects, especially the tribute to Halloween and everything. So, your favorite Wes Craven film?
My favorite Wes Craven film?
Shocker's number 2. I know that's weird to say. And then Nightmare on Elm Street is 3.
Yeah, Shocker for me was
love-
number 3.
yeah.
I knew Brady had that high. I told you.
I love the fourth one before he passed. And,
Oh, Scream 4?
yeah,
Okay.
Scream 4 before he passed. Enjoying all of that because after that I feel like it changed a little bit. Like I get the new group of quad 4 ladies, all that shit. But you know what? I truly enjoyed Scream 4 for everything that it had because it was the last Wes Craven involved film. That was my last favorite Wes Craven film.
I want you guys, I don't want to take too much more of your time, but Pamela Susan Shoop is my number 1 for the boobies. I'm sorry. Those are just
Boobies,
perfect.
look at you.
Oh, man.
So,
She's on my list.
but I know you guys, it's probably 2 hours plus, but miss you guys.
Showgirls, throw it all out there.
Elizabeth Berkley.
Yeah, throw it out there, man. Showgirls.
That's a horror movie, all right.
That is a horror
Oh,
movie.
man. Hey, we can go for days about the movies, but you know what? It's all about the cinematic effect of all of that and how it grew on you. I mean, I was a teenager when all that stuff came out, so for me, truthfully, all of that meant so much.
It meant to a lot of us at times, didn't it?
At times, it meant so much. It doesn't matter howling for Kathleen Kinmont with her lack thereof. Ooh, titties. But she is so hot. That kind of thing. Like, there are scenes where it meant more to me than it meant to most folks. And to me, I could read between the lines in those situations. So, yeah, there it is.
There's a movie, and I'm guessing, I don't know if Joe or maybe Lurch saw it. Pat, I think you said you saw it. Lito might have seen it. Mischief. Kelly Preston.
Oh,
it takes place in the
yes.
50s, but it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh
It
yeah.
was beautiful.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
God rest her soul.
I love
Oh,
a
yeah.
good set of movies. I will never complain. Does not matter to me.
They're on my Christmas list every year, buddy.
Respect.
Every year.
R.I.P. Respect.
Hey, have a good night, guys. I'm going to go back and check it out, okay?
If
Later,
we don't
man.
talk to you, we'll
man.
see. We'll talk.
Take
We'll see
care,
you
dude.
see you on Tuesday.
Love you guys, okay?
Later,
There you
buddy.
go. Love you. There he is, live via satellite. Because
He's our on the spot reporter.
Yeah.
yes, and that you can tell Jeremy was 3 sheets of the wind. God bless him. We met Jeremy out in age 45. So Jeremy works with Brett. He's a big horror fan, and he came out to age 45. We had a lot of fun with him too.
Yeah, he was cool, dude.
Cool.
Very nice.
Cool guy.
Very nice gentleman.
So we left off. Joe was in the middle of his. What did he watch? What did you? That's why I said stick a pin in
Oh.
that. 'Cause-
It's okay. I was drunk last night and came home and couldn't
no,
think of anything better to watch than Halloween 3 from 1982. It's just something about that movie that captures my drunken spirit. I don't know what the fuck it is. There it is. It's just, watching Tom Atkins and, he gets laid every 5 seconds. I'm like, yeah, I think I should watch that. I watched the other day. I watched
Bill. I think I'm drunk now just from watching this.
watched Training Day. Emily had never
Training
seen
Day.
it.
Wow.
Emily had never seen. She had never seen it, and I showed it to her, and she's like, "I've never seen Denzel be a bad guy." I'm like,
That was a great film.
"He's a bad motherfucker, man." He's like, "We're going to the office." He's like, "You're in the office, baby." Bling, 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 and they take off in the car. That's fucking awesome. Now I watched 2 movies from 1995. Desperado. Okay, Antonio
Looking forward to
Banderas.
that
Nice.
mucho.
Nice.
And then I showed MB for the first time Heat. She had never seen Heat with
Heat.
Pacino,
That's an
Robert
old-
De Niro.
That's an old nighter. How did you watch this much stuff? That's like fucking 3 hours long.
Bro, this is over the course of the week. So like,
Damn. Good movie.
That's Michael Mann. That movie, Val Kilmer, the shootout scene after the bank robbery is like fucking epic, dog. All the cameos in that movie. And then for whatever reason, I was in kind of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibe. So I ended up watching the new one, the 22 one. And people give that shit a lot of hate. I thought it was it. I
The
liked
Netflix
it.
one?
Yeah, the
It was
Netflix one.
I liked it.
I
It was
love
good.
it, bro. I loved it.
I had fun with it.
What's his name? Burnham, who played Leatherface.
Yeah, Mark Burnham.
Mark Burnham. He was great as Leatherface. I love the ending. That fucking bitch got her head cut off. I loved it.
That was great. That was like a surprise ending. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. I knew something like that. The only thing I did not like was that the OG character from the first one came back, and she could have blew him away, run away, but she didn't. And then
She
it
was
got
like
weird.
fan service. They killed
Yeah.
her off too
It got
quickly.
weird after that.
Yeah.
But
And it wasn't
You
even
know-
her, too. It wasn't the OG character.
No,
because
no,
it
she
wasn't.
passed away.
yeah, but to me it was like, okay, I'll let that slide. But the scene where he gets on the freaking bus and kills everybody and all that shit, best. It was great. It was great.
It's fucking gnarly. That was
yeah.
gnarly.
Fuck yeah, brother. Like, he cut that chick in half, and her half of the body was hanging out the window. Like, oh, so cool. So yeah, that's what I watched.
Stop seeing second best 80s moment after Phoebe Cates the Fast Times. Oh, yeah. Oh.
What did you watch?
Yeah, what about you, Lurch? You watch
Alright.
anything good? Anything
Yeah.
interesting?
So I watched the slasher from '89 called Moonstalker.
Nice.
I watched Suave's movie The Church, which reminded
Cool.
me a lot of Prince of Darkness for some reason. And then I watched Burial Ground.
Oh, really?
You guys have
Yeah,
real good
that's
picks. Interesting
killer.
picks there. Nice.
Very nice there, Lurchy. Let me ask you, and this is a weird question, but I'm just curious. Like, I have to have a certain setting to watch movies, right? Like, I have to do like certain lights on in your living room. You have to sit in a specific chair. Like, what is it you need to do to watch your movies? Because I have a routine. I'm just curious about y'all's routine.
So I've learned that I can't lay in bed and watch movies because I'll always fall asleep.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But I have to sit in a chair, most of the time my computer chair, and I have to have all the lights off.
Got it. So you like the complete darkness and just the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love
Me
it,
too.
bro. I love it, bro. So your computer chair is your chair.
Yeah, at least I can sit in that and not fall asleep. So
Yeah, it's just enough comfortable, but it's not too comfortable.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
Can't get
feel
too
that.
comfortable, man.
That's right, brother. Sweet. How about you, Lito? I'm curious.
So I actually had family in town this week. My sister came to visit us, and she stayed with us in our apartment. And we watched. So the three of us watched the Spider-Man trilogy, the Disney and Sony Spider-Man trilogy, because my sister, I guess, had never seen those films, and I was like, "What?" Because as you can tell, I'm a big
have a seat.
Yeah, I'm a huge Spider-Man guy. So. Yeah, I showed her those, and then I think Jennifer and I watched Rope, the Hitchcock film, because she had never seen it.
Oh, nice!
Wow, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Hitchcock films. I actually one of my friends got it for me on 4K for Christmas, and then Jennifer and I watched When Evil Lurks.
That was my film of the year last year.
That's fucking.
What did you think of it, man?
That was my favorite film of
Why'd you do that to
2023.
her?
That movie fucked our brains so hard. Like the scene with the axe and then this. Oh my God. Like we were both like, I paused it once that scene ended and I turned to look at her and we were both just slack-jawed with our hands out like this. We were like, I cannot believe what I just fucking
scene
saw.
with
So, like,
the scene with the little girl and the dog.
That got me, man.
That got me. I
Oh
was
yeah.
like, no,
Oh yeah.
no fucking way. You didn't just do that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Great movie. Great movie.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen it, I've
Fucking
been preaching about it since I saw it, and it was my movie of the year. Such a great movie.
Oh.
And go watch Terrified, the other movie that the guy made,
Mhm.
and it's just as fucking creepy as that is. So I don't
Really?
I forget the guy's name, but yeah, go watch Terror. It's called Terrified, and it's on Shudder. Go watch it. You'll appreciate it.
Damien Rugna, shit like that.
Yeah, watch Terrified. It's another one. It's just there's some really very unsettling moments in that without spoiling it.
Okay. I'm gonna go look it up after we get done here.
Yeah, so that was my movie of the year last year because it's been so long since I've seen something that was so different, and that movie was so different, and it's a foreign film because truth be told, I'm not a big fan of reading my movies. I want to hear it, and because I feel when I'm reading it, I miss everything in the background because I'm reading the words. But you didn't with that film.
There's not a dead spot in it. Like it's like
no. It's the freaking pedals to the floor of the whole movie.
Yeah.
Well, do you know that? Okay, remember we mentioned. I think you were chatting with us, Lurch. Remember you said you watched Satanic Hispanics, right, Lurch?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So that guy who directed When Evil Lurks and Terror,
Mike Mendez.
He directed one of those little skits. I don't remember exactly which one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again. I loved it.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Satanic Hispanics.
Satanic Hispanics.
What is it like? It's a short, like a film short?
Anthology.
There you go. Yeah.
Anthology.
So my favorite
I have
one
to write that down. I want to watch it because I love what he did so far.
Vampiro was hilarious, bro. Vampiro. So my buddy Justin, he's the lead singer of a band, Celebrity Sex Scandal. His buddy is the guy who wrote Vampiro. So he was hitting me up, bro. You gotta go see this movie. Satanic Hispanic is hilarious. And I watched it, and I was like, dude, that's so tied into like. And then we're talking about When Evil Lurks. I watched it because Pat mentioned it. And like, it's just crazy how everything like tied in together, man. It's fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
And
So,
of course, we know how much Colin watches, so I want to make sure I clicked on this. So Colin watched Man with the X-Ray Eyes, Blood from the Mummy's Tomb, Eye of the Devil, Devil Girl from Mars, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, and Prime Suspect.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
out of all that, I've seen Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. That's probably the only thing I've seen on that.
I also watched a few old Japanese Starman movies, like Japanese Superman who fights aliens. Ooh, nice. That's different. I never saw that. That'd be
That's an
interesting to see.
interesting movie description. Japanese Starman film.
Yeah, I never even done. Yeah,
that's cool.
These guys are throwing some temperatures in because of what Brady. So I'm right now. I have dropped. I'm at 16 degrees outside. Feels like -5. Yeah, it sucks complete ass. It's one of those things where if I go outside and take a pee, by the time I take my next pee, my old pee is frozen.
That's
It's 28 here.
Hey, remember the jackass where
42 in
was it
Texas.
Steve-O or somebody drink or ate yellow snow or some shit like
Nice.
that? They fucking put yellow snow in a cup and he ate it.
That has always been our nickname for all the Mexicans that come out to the metal show, Satanic Hispanics. Oh God, Lito, 57. Oh, what I would give
Sorry.
for that. What I would give for 57. Oh my God.
I just feel like going for a jog all of a sudden. It's fucking California.
So my bathrooms are upstairs, and so usually I'll run outside to take a leak because I have a big piece of property, so I can run outside. So put it this way: when I go outside and pee, it's like because it's so freaking cold. It's like a turtle.
I think you went on the chat like the other day, Joe, but since you're a Creature fan,
Yeah.
I was telling the guys Rico directed an exploitation film called The Amazing Mr. No Legs. So it's about a double amputee who's like a martial arts expert, and he has like double barrel shotguns on his wheelchair.
Get the fuck out of here!
Check it out.
Sounds
dude.
interesting
Yeah.
as hell.
Is that like from like how long ago is that?
Like the 70s, I think, man.
No shit.
Yeah.
The Amazing Mr. No Legs.
That sounds interesting. I gotta write that down. I gotta go check that out.
I had to buy the Blu-ray, man. As soon as I read the synopsis, I was like, man, I gotta get this, dude.
Googling this
That's
shit.
funny as hell.
Is this an actual amputee who played?
Yes.
No
Yep.
shit. Double amputee.
Mhm. It's like a grindhouse film.
No
Carlos
shit.
should have played. So since he got here late, his top 10 Craven films: Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream 2. I'm assuming it's going from 1 to 10. I hope. Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream 2, People Under the Stairs, Last House on the Left, Deadly Blessing. Yeah, that was a tough one to leave off. Deadly Blessing.
Oh yeah.
New Nightmare, Serpent and the Rainbow, Hills Have Eyes, and Swamp Thing. Yeah, Swamp Thing. Man, that was very nostalgic for me, but I had to leave it off the list compared to everything else.
Too much.
Bill's in Chicago with Brady, 18 in Chicago. Feels like a heat wave since it was minus 30 with the bunch. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, Lito, I can see a look on your face, Lito. I can see how much you miss it.
That's a great list there, Carlos. Great list, man. Thanks for giving
Yeah,
that.
Carlos, that's an awesome list.
Hell yeah, brother.
Look at Mike. That's what I used to call my ex-girlfriend, the Satanic Hispanic.
Oh, hey, you don't never have no fury like a Hispanic woman scorned. Okay.
Damn. Damn.
All right, so now the moment of truth is here. The moment everybody's been waiting
All
for,
right.
our top 5. So
All right.
tonight, so we, truth be told, on our old podcast that we used to do last year, we did top 5, and it was top 5 boobs in horror movies. So we thought we'd resurrect it because it's a different crowds, different people. Joe, you weren't there for that, right? You were.
I was.
Gone?
Oh, I was.
Were you there for the top 5 boobs? I wasn't. I didn't
Yeah,
remember.
because remember we went to an event, and it just so happened that Debbie Sue Voorhees, we got to meet her. Remember that?
Yes, that's right. Yep.
Yeah,
I
so-
forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's high on my list. Love me some Debbie Suvori boobs in Friday 5.
And look,
So let's
Lurch
do
looks
one.
like she's like, okay, I can't talk about the subject. Just faded into the dark.
He's
Oh, I had to pull up something, man.
Lurch is doing the Homer Simpson.
Yeah, he's into the fucking the grass. He's like, no,
Into the hedge.
not getting canceled, fellas. Not getting canceled.
All right, so let's do our what the hell is it? Let's do a top 5. So tonight we are graciously and humbly doing our top 5 boobs in horror. It's got to be horror movies. We can always do another one down the road where it's top 5 boobs in all genres, but specifically we're doing top 5 boobs in horror movies.
Yes.
And
I'm so fired.
Colin already dropped his top 5. He dropped his load already. Look
yeah,
at that.
Colin blew his load. He gave all 5 already. He couldn't hold up. He's like, I couldn't hold up. There you go. So top
that
5,
hair
number
gel?
5. Debbie Voorhees at number 5. Oh, I still love you. Delia Shepard, Witchcraft, Vampire 74, American Wolf in London. Oh, the porno scene. Wow, that's deep. I forgot it. Didn't think of that. They go up on the
Wow.
screen when he's in the porn theater.
Yeah.
From Fascination. Look,
Yeah.
Colin went deep. I knew he would.
Oh yeah.
Deep cut, deep cut.
Good stuff, though. Ooh.
And there's a lot of
Um,
honorable mentions, by the way. So we're gonna be on this subject for a little bit.
Look, truth be told, there's 4 guys here. We can talk tits all night. Lord
Hey,
knows we can.
I threw in a couple of man boobies as well, just to even out the playing field. So we're not.
Yeah, we
looking
can.
at this like, you know.
Even after we get through our top 5, I'm sure we can just keep talking. Boobs.
For all
So
the
my
ladies
number
out there.
5, albeit they're not big, they're not the most spectacular, but if Buddy was here, he would be right on track with me here. So because they were a moment in time that we just loved, and they just looked perfect, and the moment that they were in. So for me, I had to look up her name again. Paige Hannah, Creep Show 2, The Raft.
Oh.
You're a big creep show guy. You love it,
Right?
Yeah.
She's passed out, and that creepy bash is lifting her shirt up. He's checking out her tits. He starts licking everything. And next thing you know, it all just grabs her by the head and pulls her underneath.
Terrible.
Yeah, creep show, The Raft.
You animal.
Look at Bill. New talk show, Talking Tits with Patrick Rank. And tonight we have as our special guest.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the wife will love that. What are you doing? I'm doing a new show called Talking Tits. She'd be like, what?
That is funny. You gotta have 2 people on the show so you can have a pair. You know.
Exactly. You gotta have a pair of boobs. 2 boobs.
Oh shit.
That'd be another great name. 2 boobs on tits.
Oh man.
2 boobs talking tits.
I can't. Oh man. Is it my?
What's your number 5?
Oh man, this sucks. Number 5. I can't say her name right, but she's from Friday the 13th, the remake, 2009. Juliana Gills.
Oh, her tits are spectacular. That one.
That girl. Yes.
That girl.
Just because of the commentary, just because of everything involved with that scene, it makes my top 5 because they were fantastic.
Oh, that.
You know,
Seriously, I
acting,
dream about
they're
those.
amazing. They're all the descriptors. You know, that guy gave us, that actor, whatever his name is. But that's my number 5. Starting off with a young set, a young pair. Very nice. Yeah, there you go, Colin.
Perfect nipple.
Okay. Okay. Joe, this is a true story, and I have to name drop this, and I'm sorry because I don't usually like doing this, but this is a true story.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was at a phone banking fundraising thing that people volunteer for, and we sat at these really long tables, and you just had your phone and your list, and you did your thing. But the seats weren't claimed; like people could come and go as they wanted. Well, at one point in the afternoon, I was like getting kind of like bored, and you know, I've been doing it for like 3 hours, and I looked to my left at the girl that had sat next to me, and it was Juliana Gill.
No shit.
And I texted Jennifer. I was like, "Oh my god, that girl from Friday the 13th is sitting in the chair right next to me." I was like, "Should I say something? Like, what do I do?" So, yeah,
I would have said, "Dude," I was
Bro.
like, "Honey, nice tits."
Like I get it. Like that scene.
Perfect nipple placement.
It's a number 1. I like that film. The film overall is great.
I
But
love that remake.
yeah,
It's one of my favorite remakes.
that sex scene,
Yep.
you know, it had to have it. Was just it's perfect. It's perfect for the film. It matches the film. It's a great set. She's a lovely actress. I think she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. That's a great story. I'm a little jealous.
Nice.
Meet her, buddy.
All right, let's go to Lurch. Lurch, boobs.
You
Your
ready?
number
All
5.
right. So she don't have much there, but man, I fucking love her, dude. Danielle Harris and Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah, she didn't make my list, but yeah, it was nice. It was more about just seeing her topless than anything.
Yeah.
They're much bigger now because she had some surgery done, but that's a different story.
she flew some like nobody's business. They're on
Oh yeah.
They're on
She likes to
calendars.
flirt, man.
Yeah, they're on calendars. They're on cups. They're on you name it. They're everywhere. She knows what she's doing. She's a businesswoman.
And I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna run to the restroom right quick.
Do it up. Do it up.
Go right ahead. Talking about boobies got you excited there, huh, Lurchy?
What about you, Lito? Number 5.
Okay, so I came up with this list on the fly because I didn't know that I was going to be here doing this. And then, of course, I asked my wife if this was going to be an issue later. So this is totally
No issue with me because my
which
wife
is-
doesn't watch the show. So
I don't want that. You gotta make sure you're okay there. So
You make sure you go on the home front, my brother. Yes. And
yes. So
you don't have to if you don't need to. If you want to abstain, you can abstain and let us do it. I promise.
no, it's all good. It's okay. So I'll run through my honorable mentions real quick because Lurch is in the bathroom. Honorable mention: Kathleen Kinmont, Rose McGowan in Scream, Jennifer Love Hewitt and I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween, because she's underrated
By far.
in that department because of her outfit. But as we all know from later Trading Places, yeah.
well, yeah, we save that list because we did do another one where we did booby snubs. Our top 5
okay.
snubs where we
Okay.
thought we were going to see boobs and we didn't. So save that list. We'll have to be
Okay.
on for that.
Okay. And then my number 5 is they weren't bared, but I know they're beautiful because she was a big, let's just say, fantasy object when I was in college. Jenny McCarthy as Sarah Darling in Scream 3.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
sir.
wow. Nice.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember the outfit or anything, but
No, I remember in the film,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to think of the outfit. I don't remember. I have to go back and rewatch.
Very nice.
Hope I didn't miss
bro.
too much. What did Lito say?
Jenny McCarthy.
Oh man, I love her.
She's a legend.
yeah.
I loved her on MTV. What was it? That Love Show? Was it Jenny?
Singled Out, wasn't it? Wasn't it
Singled
Singled Out?
Yeah, brother. There you
Yeah.
go. Singled Out.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, she's the bomb.
Yeah.
Super sexy.
Very nice. So, all right. So let's go. Well, excuse me. My number 4. So my number 4, it goes back to my love, guess, being an adolescent, trying to find boobs in movies. So Susie Slater from Chopping Mall.
Ooh.
So for those who don't remember, you guys remember the movie Chopping Mall when they're laying there and she wants a pack of cigarettes and he's like, oh, come on. And she walks away. She goes, well, maybe this will make you move faster. She drops her shirt and he's just like, I'll be right back.
I got.
You drool a little bit.
Oh, and then she goes looking for him
that.
later and she's super. I don't remember her even being anything after that, but man. And that's another movie we have Barbara Crampton in, who's very high on my list, and that's coming up.
She's hot. She's hot. Oh yeah.
What about you, Joe?
So my number 4 is gonna go to Meatloaf, who appears as Bob in Fight Club. Yeah, I remember the character Bob. He was a fat ass with a big old titty. You remember that? And I said it's John, man.
I didn't say. Oh, sorry. I should have said women's boobs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm
You
just kidding.
Oh
You
God! If it was
son of a
man
bitch.
boobs, I could have showed you
Oh,
my
yeah.
man boobs. It's gonna shit out of everybody.
No, I'm just kidding. My number 4 is Debbie Voorhees from Friday 5: A New Beginning.
Oh yes.
They're just
Oh.
legendary, and everybody knows she got picked for that
Cool.
for those 2 reasons. So, yeah, super sexy chick. Still listen.
Love them.
She's a silver fox now, and she's still beautiful. Still banging.
Yes. You got Lurch?
My number 4 is Trash's graveyard scene in Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, they quickly. Yeah.
Dance is so iconic.
You can give her a twofer because she
Oh,
showed him in Saturday Night Deadly Night also.
Yeah, her body is full package, man.
Oh yeah. I love the
He's not wrong.
where you put the is it someone where she pushes the fake cigarette in the boobie, right, or something like that?
I think so. It's been a
Night
while
of the-
since I've
Night
watched
of
it, man.
Is it Night of the Demon?
Yeah. Yes.
That's not
Yeah.
a demon. So she takes that cigarette and but it's not her really. It's like a whatever, and it's so cool. It's creepy.
The thing that killed me for that was when I watched the Return of the Living Dead documentary and I found that she was wearing a bodysuit.
Yes.
It just killed it for me.
Oh man.
Every time I watch the film, it kills it. I'm like, why did I have to know that?
Yep.
Because
Look,
it
it
just
just-
ruined it for
Just
me.
ruined Lurch's list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lurch is just like, had to kick me in the balls. Thank you for that.
No, you know what? You know what you did? You know what you did? You know when on the internet when people say it ruined my childhood, you ruined his childhood.
There you go. There you go, Bill. It's a lipstick in the nipple. There you go, Bill. You're right, Bill. You're
Lipstick in the nipple. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, lipstick in the nipple sounds like the name of a Japanese sex anime film or something.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously. Bill's
Lipstick.
favorite boobs or whatever ones are currently in the movie I'm watching at the time.
That sounds like a cool rock band, right? Lipstick nickel. I'm sorry, lipstick nipple.
Slasher Fred, favorite boobs. Stacey Alden from Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
She's on my list.
Oh, those are sexy. Those are the ones that look like, you know, they have slope.
They're very
Talking about-
slopey. They're very
It goes like that, but then it's like a launch pad.
they're very aerodynamic. Very
Yeah,
aerodynamic.
Have you ever seen Zero
we are
from a Nightmare on Elm, a Nightmare Before Christmas? Zero, the dog, the nose. You know, it looks like that. Looks like that. And-
Where did this go? Nippleback.
Nippleback. Oh, love it. I love it.
we have derailed.
We have derailed, my friend.
My number 4 is Pamela Susan Shoop from Halloween 2.
Oh, yeah, she's on my list. Yep.
Let's give her a round of applause, shall we?
Coming
round
up.
of applause.
For Pamela Susan
She
Shoop.
was- And when I was a little guy, when I was just a little tyke guy, she was like, yeah, wow, yeah.
I think, truth be told, aside from PJ Soul's boobs, that was probably the second set of boobs I saw.
Yeah. And what
Well,
a
it makes
pair.
sense given.
What a pair. I mean, that's synonymous with hot tub.
Is it cold
You
in
know,
here?
like it's just a great little scene overall. You get 2 kills in one, you know, involved in that scene. So it's really a great moment.
Oh, yes.
Uh,
If you guys are into the Giallo movies, Edwidge Finch, oh my God. She's never got clothes on in any of those movies, and she was smoking. Totally hot. Totally hot. Love her in those movies. Yeah, this is coming up. It's high up on my list, Colin. So I'm at number 3. I'm piggybacking off of you, Pamela Susan Shoop.
Sexy.
Gotta love it. I mean, come on. You just saw those. Did she drop that towel? You were just like,
Yep.
Yeah, and that was a huge part of it too. Was just the way that
Pat
that
Freeze now.
happened.
Yeah.
It was just.
Mm.
Oh, I can honestly remember because I remember, like I said, we have to do this thing where we remember movies that we saw where we were and what time and place. Seeing Halloween 2 in the theater with my friends in 81 and my brother and my cousins. I remember when she dropped that towel, everybody was like,
Yeah.
every guy in that theater just clapped. Just like this. I'll never forget that.
Oh my God, I love it.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, shout out to Pamela Susan Shoop, who I wish would have been at age 45.
You ain't lying. Her line would have been through the fucking door.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was disappointed about that.
Mm-mm-mm.
What say you, Joe? Number 3.
Okay. I think I have some people out there who are going to really appreciate the selection. I really thought hard about this one. I'm a big fan of this movie, Return of the Living Dead 3 from 1993. You remember Miss Melinda Clark? Remember that? You see the boobies and you see the nipples and have like the piercings with all the shards of glass sticking out, and she's a zombie. Dude, I had the biggest crush on her back in the day, man. So Melinda Clark, bro. Oh my God, she's the best. So sexy.
Nice.
But I'll calm down.
Oh, Cassandra Peterson. I love her Playboy spread in the 70s rather. Yeah. I should get it put on. I should get it put on a shirt.
I love it. So that's my number 3.
What about you, Lurch?
So my number 3 is the mother from Barbarian.
Oh,
Seriously, no, it's Barbara Crampton and Reanimated.
I was like, what?
baby. Bambi.
It's Barbara Crampton in Reanimator for my number 3.
You scallywag.
Yeah. Look at you. Yo.
Oh shit.
Yo,
Nice.
yo.
Oh God, do we love Barbara Crampton? That's still a come on my list. I'm telling you, it's coming.
And what's the other
No
one
pun
that
intended.
From Beyond? Where
From
she's in
Beyond.
that-
From Beyond,
where she's
yeah.
in that
S&M outfit.
Destiny. Oh my god, man! And she still looks amazing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah, I watched her with that.
We're all gonna
Into the Dark.
we're gonna all need to dump some cold water on our heads after this.
Yeah. We have to after the shower. After this, everybody's going to take a cold shower. Big time.
Shit, now it's cold as hell outside. I'm taking that. Oh shit.
What about you, Lito?
Number 3 is Juliana
Oh, more.
from the one you listed before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
That's
it like I was mentioning earlier, just everything about that scene. It's just the description. You know, their perfect nipple placement. They're so spectacular, and he's
Yeah.
cheating on his chick with her. Like it was
Yeah.
like the forbidden fruit. And you knew they both were gonna get their asses killed like a motherfucker. So it was just I'm gonna go back and watch that. here in a minute.
forbidden fruit is I would say a nice kind of pun description there.
Yeah, for sure. Oh shit. Oh
All right,
shit.
so I'm at my number 2. So my number 2 is she was already mentioned, and she probably the highlight of that film. And like I said, when I had that on VHS, rewinding and stopping that scene probably ruined the tape. So it's Debbie Sue Voorhees in Friday 13 Part 5. Great body. She had a fantastic body, not just boobs. She had a great body. And what's better than like two like nymphos just want to bang everywhere they can. Remember they were banging in the farm where freaking what the hell's her name? Was all pissed off. Ethel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
You
they
keep
want
those two wackos. You keep those two wackos off my property.
yeah, all they wanted to do was have sex.
Would you shut the fuck up?
I mean, come on.
I love it.
So yeah. Oh my god, Debbie Sue. And you said she looks great, but she's like this, like she let her hair grow gray, which is okay because she still looks the same. Body's still the same, and
that Colin's comment reminds me of a Heat. Al Pacino, she got a great ass. Great ass. You got your hair all the way up.
Oh yeah, Terry from Friday the 13th Part 2. Terry. Yeah, she had oh god, the body she had. Oof.
Oh yeah, was that the one? Who's that one that jumps in the water?
That's the one that went skinny dipping.
With little butt, little cheeks. Oh,
Full frontal. You got to see everything in. That's another part probably ruined the tape.
we need to behave. We need to behave.
Yeah, that's what happens when you talk about parts. Parts is parts.
Getting hot in here.
Where do we leave off?
You or me? I don't know.
No, I gave my number 2, which is Debbie Sue.
Oh, okay. I guess is it me or Lurch?
It's you.
It's you, man.
All right. Yeah, I think this counts as a horror film, but I remember being so in love with this lady back in the day, 1987, Angel Heart, Lisa Bonet. We got to see them.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
I love me some
That
Lisa
does
Bonet.
count.
Bill Cosby's daughter.
Oh man,
The Cosby
and that's
Show.
because she was such a wholesome, person, and then she's so beautiful, and I know they're not what you imagine, like we're thinking like voluptuous and all that stuff, but I remember
Doesn't have to be.
when I saw her and I saw them, I was like in awe. I was like, oh, and I actually like that movie a lot, so I love Angel Heart.
Yeah, I've watched that
That
for a
was-
long time.
That was a fucking massive scandal at the time that she was
Yeah.
that she did that
Yes.
film and she did those scenes because
Yep.
he
It's the
was
Cosby Show.
really, really not happy about it, which is ironic given what we
Yep.
found out about him later. But
Yep.
man,
he
that
wanted-
was a huge scandal.
He
Was
wanted-
she married to Lenny Kravitz at the time, or was that before that? I don't
I think it's
remember.
before. Yeah,
Was that
that's
before
before.
that?
Because she was still young. That was back in what, 87?
She got off.
Oh,
She
yeah.
went a little off the rails after Cosby
Mhm.
Show.
I loved her. I think it was an Enemy of the State with Will Smith. I loved her in that. She was Lisa Bonet, baby.
Those titties throughout the Friday the 13th remake, yeah, it was titties all over that. It's like they just it was like titty. Nothing wrong with that. Big time. What about you, Lurch?
So my number 2, I can't make a list like this without her being on there. It's got to be PJ Souls and Halloween.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, that was a tough one to leave off this list because that would be a big honorable mention. They were nice. They were probably the first set I've ever seen.
Mhm.
Or did I steal my dad's magazines before that? I don't remember. I forget. I don't remember. It was so long ago.
I mean, think about that scene. You know, you get to see them momentarily, but then you really get to see them when she's being strangled by Michael. And something about that, it made it more erotic. You know what I mean? Like you get to see, and she's kind of like, you know, making these panting noises. It made it more intense to see.
And they're flapping. My titties don't flap.
Yeah, I had to get the shirt from Gutter Garbs, man. They had the shirt of that scene.
Yes. You said flapping. You bastard. Oh, and you know what? I read it. She was married to Lenny Kravitz in '87, so that year.
Yeah, I thought so because that's when she kind of went a little dangerous, a little off the rails with it because while she was still involved.
Yeah.
Look at I wonder if Cosby ever slipped her and he put it buzzes and put it butts.
It puts the pudding in the pot.
Oh yeah, Adrian Barbeau and Swamp Thing. Her boobies were just like.
What about a tall man's tits at the beginning of Fan? Oh yeah, round of applause.
You can say what you want about the tall man, but he was a hot broad.
Yeah,
and he had some nice.
The lady in lavender, Kathy Lester.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Sexiness.
Nice.
Ow. Sexy shit right there.
Where'd we leave off? Who went last?
I'm next.
It was Lurch. Lurch.
So
yeah, I went.
Lito.
PJ.
Lito.
So mine is someone that I'll never forget where I was the first time I saw this scene. I'll never forget pausing the videotape and just staring at the TV like with my jaw hanging to the floor. And it kind of, if you know my wife, it kind of set me along a certain kind of type for the rest of my life.
Is she watching? Is she on the chat?
No, I like I like what Lito's doing here. I love this. I love what he's doing.
Yeah, she knows. She's very well aware. But Stacey Alden, the nurse from A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3.
Yes.
Just.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was a life-changing, game-changing, holy fuck kind of moment. Because I had actually just seen Vertigo earlier that year, or it might have been during Christmas the year before. So I totally was like in love with Kim Novak and that type because they're both kind of the same type. And then I saw Stacey Alden, and it was like, I don't even know what a brunette is anymore. Just I'm all about the blondes. So
I was so just I lost all kinds of trust on that scene. Because I was like, anytime there's a hot nurse around, I was like, that's fucking Freddy Krueger, dog. He's fucking his. I was like, that's not a hot nurse, bro. And then she got ugly. She's like, and then the tongue, all that. She turned ugly real quick, man.
If you watch Never Sleep Again, they talk about that moment where they actually had planned to do more footage of Stacey Alden from topless from the waist up, but with the Freddy Krueger makeup on. And I guess they filmed some of it, and there's photos in the documentary of it. And it is so fucking disturbing to see like her just standing there with her hands on her hips and Freddy's face on her, like neck up. And you're just like, I'm going to be tormented by this for the rest of my life. So
I love the fact that, Joey, he was the quiet guy and he was reserved and all that shit, but he had a little bit of perv in him. So as soon as a hot chick is like, hey, come here, he's like, okay. He fucking goes over there. He's trying to get laid. I was like, that's fucking awesome, man. So fucking awesome.
A teenage boy. I mean,
yeah. I mean, come on. Who's thinking about Freddy when you're looking at that?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That is such a good choice.
So down to number one. My number one, it was my number one last year when we did an old podcast. It's still my number one now. She's fantastic. And same thing, I probably broke the videotape rewinding this scene back and forth, and it's Barbara Crampton in Reanimator.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
she still got it. She
And
still
she's
got it.
still stunning.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
And the best is just like, where else you get to see a movie where the girl's almost getting head from a severed head.
That's very disturbing shit, but awesome at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I was, and
Yeah.
like you think about it, because that's him, because the way the special effects are done, he's pretty much there, and he's right
Yeah.
there, and I'm like, oh god, I would play that part for free. Do you want me to pay you? Do I pay you now for that?
That's awesome. Slasher Fred's got a good one. Good job, Slasher Fred. Very nice.
Number one breast in horror is Susan Bagley from the original Jaws. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. You do see a lot more when you see the remastered version. You see a lot more of her.
Absolutely. Gosh bless it. Gosh bless it.
What about you, Joe? Number one.
I know Lito, I mentioned them earlier, but I remember these were still my number one to this day because it hits me in a special place every time I see them.
Hit you in your pants.
Pamela Susan Shoe, baby. H2 from
There you
81.
go. H2.
Oh man, she was I don't know. I can't describe it. It's just that scene is just so special to me. So special. And they're so perfect. And they're just everything you want. They're everything you want.
Look at that, Carl.
Well, Joe-
Look at that.
Joe, I was gonna say she's the only brunette in my top 5. So yes.
Yeah, good man. Good man. We can come up with a list of ones. I think we did a list before of ones we did get to see. Like these are ones we actually got to see. Now there's a laundry list of ones we need to see, but we're never probably ever going to see.
So Carlos just realized that Lito's the Lito from All Through the House in Final Girls Blood. Yes, he is. That's him.
Yeah.
Go back and watch our watch along around Christmas time when we watched All Through the House with Lito and Ashley, who directed it. Ashley, who was in it, and her brother Todd, who directed it.
Oh, Billy,
Yeah.
you're funny, bro.
The
Sorry.
most beautiful women ever was Veronica Lake. Oh yes,
Oh yeah.
Sharon Tate.
Sharon
Oh
Tate,
God,
man.
Sharon Tate
Bombshell,
was
man.
stunning.
Mm.
I still look at pictures of her, and I'm just like, oh God, she was amazing. And the first thing that pops in my head is like, what the fuck was she doing with Roman Polanski? He was like a twerpy little creepy guy, and he turned out to be a twerpy little creepy guy. Brilliant director, but twerpy little creepy guy.
super rich.
Yeah,
Was
yeah. Beyond
Yeah,
the Valley
that
of the Dolls, good movie.
a great list. Anybody got any honorable mentions off the top of their head?
Wait, Lurch, what's your number one?
Oh, I'm sorry, Lurchy. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you're good. You're good, man. So my number one.
Lurch is like, I'll just go fuck myself.
I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's going to be Anna Falchi and Cemetery Man.
Ooh, I'm looking them up.
I know I know the movie, but I didn't see it.
The scene and everything, like she has angel wings behind her, man. They're in a graveyard. It's perfection, man.
I have to write that down. I have to check it out.
Mm.
I love
this
suggestions on boobs to look at.
Purple.
All right, 50. Gonna be 52 in 3 weeks. Married for 25 years. Yeah. Oops.
Oh, shit.
Plus, if you like The Evil Dead, you'll like that movie.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Cool.
Oh my gosh. So good.
All right. Well,
Yeah, Carlos, go back and watch the episode. We have them on. We have Todd and Ashley on that episode. A lot of fun. That was awesome. Maybe we'll do it again next year if you guys want to do it.
Yeah.
Well, this year. Not next year. It's already this year.
I was gonna say it's already this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do it again.
I have to turn off my
All
Wi-Fi
right. Well,
when I'm looking this stuff up because I want it to,
Sounds like the bottom of Joe's desk is also hitting him at a special place right now.
It sounds like Lito's got to go. Let Lito go. Let Lito go.
Joe's trying to deflect now.
You got it. You got it, buddy.
He's like, no, let Lito go. It's fine. I don't have anything to talk about.
It's like one hand is busy. Go, let Lito go. Let Lito
Joe's trying to. Have you met Ted? Have you met Ted?
Oh, shit.
So I know you said that this was not allowed, but the number one on my list is my wife. And
I love
it's not-
it. I love it.
that's cool,
but we've
man.
all seen the movie she's been in. We know her, and there's no argument there.
I love you. I love you. Okay,
And
I'm
it's
gonna
funny
go back.
just-
I mean,
I'm changing my list now. My number one is my wife too. That's my.
but mine's actually been in a horror film, so that's
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
think it counts.
because remember
Well-
when we talked about it, Lito? I said, wait a second. I said, your wife's been in a horror film. Are you gonna pick your wife?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if you
I
wanna
have
be-
to.
we all can understand that when she's yelling at me, it's like a horror film. So it kind of counts a little bit,
Yeah.
when she's getting after me.
Plus, it's also the truth. So,
Oh, you're a sweetheart, dude.
you know.
I need to have a chat with you. How not to be me. That's what we need to talk about.
And for those that haven't seen, go watch Final Girls Bloodbath. Is it still?
Yeah.
Where's it stream now? Where's it streaming now?
It's available on Ashley's Patreon page still because we're still getting accepted to festivals, so we can't make it public on like Shudder or any place like that yet. But I think the plan is to eventually sell it to a place like Shudder, so it'll be available like all the time for everybody.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So when you see it, you'll see it. It's like when you see it, you'll see it. And so that's So Lito plays the killer in it, and Jen's his wife, who is also in it, and they were great. It was such a fun. I would love to see a full length feature of that.
So do I.
I'm sure, but
Especially because
we enjoyed it.
it would get us paid work.
And it's also fun when you see people and it was so much fun. And same thing with All Through the House, because when we talked to Ashley and we talked about it, I'm like, how great was she in that? It's great that so many people talk about that. So did you guys give away somebody who was doing the giveaway where they're going to give away one of the figures? Did you guys do that already?
Todd was doing it through, I think, the All Through the House Facebook page, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he did it already, if he gave it away, but he was giving away a duplicate of the figure that I got.
Okay, because I did see that and I forgot all about it. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a cool little collectible because I think there are only like 2 in the world. So.
Oh shit!
All right, I can see Joe's face. He's already on eBay. See, I see it whenever his eyes go down. I'm like, I know he's on his phone looking at shit. All right,
Hey,
he's adding that with the Never Sleep Again book.
Yeah, the hunt never stops, bro. It does never stop.
Did anybody have an honorable mention that didn't make it on the list?
Ooh.
My honorable mention would probably be PJ. Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it was tough not to get
PJ.
her on the list, but these other boobs I just liked a little bit more, I
Yeah,
guess. And that would be my probably top honorable mention. And Linnea Quigley in Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I was going to say,
Natasha Hendridge from Species.
Species.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
She was a
I was
baby.
going to say Britt
Stupendous.
Eklund from Wicker Man.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Very nice. Fuck, man. I'm trying to go off the top of my head only. I don't want to look. I'm trying to think of scary movies.
I can come up with a few.
Oh shit.
I would put Allison Brie on there from Scream 4.
Ooh.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
again, these aren't necessarily scenes where we saw anything, but you just can tell, or you can just know, it's like.
Oh, man.
And then the girl in the waterbed from A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. Do you remember her?
That's right. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Yeah.
right, dude.
No.
Oh man. I mean,
Bill, the Funhouse titties. Yeah.
I need to stop thinking about movies. I need to stop. I'm done.
We'll get back, or we'll be back in a couple minutes. No, we'll be right back.
No more brainstorm.
I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Hit the head. So that's our top 5 boobies in horror. Let us know in the chat. Let us know after the fact. And what we have left tonight is collectible spotlight. You guys pick anything you want to show from your collection. We'll do a quick collectible spotlight. I have to update this intro because it's kind of old and I have a lot more shit in my room. What the hell is it?
I'm gonna grab something. I'll be right back.
Yeah, do it. So let's do a quick collectible spotlight. So tonight we'll do our quick collectible spotlight. So let's see if you guys want to show something from your collection, and we'll discuss it. So I had what did I bring up? Hold on one second. So this is back in the early days of Spencer's, because Spencer's was pretty much the first place to start really showing Halloween collectibles for those older folks like myself. So if you guys have these, the Horror Screamers, which was like a little voice box, you press the button and it played like the Halloween theme on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
So
Nice.
the battery's long dead, but it's still sealed, and so I'm not going to rip it open and put a battery in it. But
Do not open it.
Yeah, so I thought, let me show you that. It's one of the ones that I bought this in Spencer's back in the day. I actually had another one that I had opened, and somebody wanted to borrow it for a Halloween party, and I never fucking got it back. Otherwise, I'd play you what it sounded like. So yeah, I hate when I lend stuff to people and I don't get that shit back.
Yeah, that's the worst.
So what do you guys have? You guys have something from your collections you want to show? Collectible spotlight time before we wait for Joe.
Yeah, I'll show something.
Mhm.
This is like a grail for me. I love this figure, and I was just talking about it earlier. But it's this pull string Freddy.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
hell yeah, dude! Those are so
Love this.
valuable.
I love this thing. I got it for like $50 or $60, man.
What?
Yeah.
How long ago?
Crap!
Just about 2 or 3 months ago. It's been a
Wow.
I've been looking for one forever, man.
What?
Yeah,
Dude, that's just a
Holy
fucking
shit!
that's a grail, doggy.
yeah, I love that thing, man.
Sexy, man. That is fucking. Can we see again,
That
my?
is awesome.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh yeah.
The box is not in the greatest shape, but it's never been opened. He still has the plastic on him. And
Box looks like it's in good shape.
Dude, that's dope, dude.
yeah, here's
What's
the back if anybody cares to see.
Yeah, pull my string to hear me talk and make me pose if you dare. I love it.
What's the price on the top? Because I see the price tag still there.
$24.97
Nice.
Wow.
for ages 8 and up.
I love all the different scenes cut out, like they're put on the box. That's so cool.
Oh yeah, man.
Where's
right
the
there,
bourbon, bitch?
Joe wanted to stop talking about titties because he was finished.
You're right there, Billy. You're right, brother.
That's why he left. He had to go clean up.
Yeah, I'm in a little mess. Whose turn? Is it my turn? I can go.
Yeah, go ahead. I showed mine.
So, all right. So I mentioned this one earlier. I finally found it. So this is my sideshow, New Nightmare, Freddy. I love this part right
Oh,
here.
hell yeah.
That's my favorite part right here. And then we open them up. Oh, don't look at the price tag. God forbid. But there he is in all his glory. Woo. And I love
That
that
is rad.
it's got the, where is it at? Right here. Where is the shit? It says it's got the cast on there.
Yeah.
And I love this, what it says on the back. It says, the final episode of The Nightmare on Elm Street has been completed. Freddy is free from his theatrical prison, entering our world through Scream Queen Heather Langenkamp. Now director Wes Craven must make another sequel using Heather to assume her old role as Nancy. The brave heroine saves the day, once again trapping Freddy back in celluloid hell. That is so
Nice.
cool. So great. And of course the back. Let me see. So cool. La da dee.
Oh yeah.
That's
I like
rad,
those old
dude.
the old sideshow
Cool.
sideshow ones. Always really cool. I like them. Like the Myers one is awesome.
Love it, man. Love it, love it, love it. It's beat to shit, but hey,
Great piece.
I found it. and I love finding. I take pride in things that I find in the wild. So fuck it.
Hell yeah. That's half of the fun for a lot of the collectibles.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
brother.
I'm
Oh
pretty
god.
sure Jason scored the things. Oh, did you? Okay, hold on a second.
Oh, that word has come up a lot tonight.
Yeah, I'm noticing.
And Ryan sent me some other stuff I had to show you if a bent
me.
curve about some boobies because we were talking about boobies, squeezy heads.
Sheesh
Oh,
kebab.
okay, yeah. Hold on, let me see. Let me bring him up. So this is the stuff that you guys were talking about earlier. Hold on 1 second. Share my screen.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, the squirty things.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
Yep.
He's talking about
Yeah.
heads.
The little heads you just squeeze.
Oh yeah. They don't got a microwave.
I also had that little Freddy that's down like with the skull in his hand. I had that thing too. Yeah, I remember that.
That's
My aunt
cool,
got it for
man.
me as a birthday gift. Yeah,
That's fucking awesome.
those are rad.
Very cool.
Vintage. All right. Well, my piece is one of my grails for my collection, and it's not something I found in the wild. It's something that I had commissioned by a guy named Mark Petrie, who I believe his company is called Knife Gloves. I hope I'm getting that right. But he does various versions of Freddy's gloves from the films. And he does a replica of the Hero that I think is called the Hero, if I'm not mistaken. And it's pricey, but it is like a screen accurate representation of the glove from the first film. It even has on the index finger, the blade on the index finger broke at one point and they had to solder it together. So it has the simulated break in the blade right here. You can see that line.
Dude.
The coloring of that matches exactly screen referenced photos.
Man,
Like
that's
everything
beautiful.
about this thing is super, super holy grail. Fuck yeah. Like when I got it, it was, since I grew up in that era, it was literally just like tear in my eye kind of moment because it felt like I was holding the actual glove. So
That is amazing. Do you know anything what happened to the original glove? I'm just curious.
well, I mean, it got stolen off the set of A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, which is why the glove in 3 looks very different from the first 2 films.
Yeah,
I mean, the
yeah.
concept's the same, but it's very different overall. But it turned up years and years and years and years later. Thank you, Colin. During the production of our documentary, actually. Thank you, Bill. And I can't say how it turned up, but I know it was confirmed by someone on the crew of the original film who has to remain anonymous.
Oh wow.
That they said that's the actual glove that person has. And if I'm not mistaken, that person then went on to sell it to, I think, a collectible museum in Seattle. So if you do a little digging, you can find all this on Google. So if I get the city wrong, I apologize.
Nah,
but I think
right.
it's in a museum. So yeah.
No, thank you
After
for
all
sharing
these
that.
years.
Thank
Yeah.
you for sharing that, brother. And that fucking glove is amazing, bro. That
Yeah,
is-
it's killer, man.
Just a quick thing. So the original glove showed up after it was stolen, correct?
Mhm.
And the
Mhm.
collector had it.
Mhm.
How did they not get arrested for it? Because at some point, was it not confirmed that it was stolen? Because I can go back to I can always reference everything with Kiss. Years ago, several original outfits from the 70s were stolen from Kiss.
Mhm.
And they appeared at the Kiss conventions in the shit. Where was it? The one in I forget what year it was, but it was in the 90s. And they showed up with police because they had heard they were there and came and fucking took them back.
No shit.
So
Yeah.
So I think what happened was the glove had changed hands so many times that it got to the point where it was almost untraceable to figure out who had it before this collector, because the collector, as far as I understand it, he obtained it. And I think it's in one of the special features on the Never Sleep Again DVD or Blu-ray set. I think he talks about this. He found it, I think, on an eBay auction of all places. Like he was on eBay just because he's a Freddie fanatic as well. And he saw this glove and he started looking at pictures. And I believe he said that he did whatever he had to win the auction because he realized what the person selling it didn't, that it was the actual hero glove from the first film. So I think that's how he got it. If I'm getting this wrong, anybody out there, please forgive me, because
No, I'm just thinking, I'm like, well,
I'm forgetting stuff.
how did they not nail him? Because that was a big thing at the time, and of course, Bill's calling me out, like when you stole that autograph from poor old Tom Atkins, Pat. All right, next I should have, when I saw him in California, I should have said, "Here's $50."
Yeah, I mean, that glove is so like, you get like Doherty's red slippers. You have, it's things like that are so iconic, it's so like important to pop culture and everything. It's like, I was just curious about that kind of stuff. The mask. Everybody talks about the Michael Myers mask. What happened to it? Everybody talks about that stuff. So I was just curious. I never heard that.
Jason's mask, same thing. Jason's masks, or the hero gloves from the rest of the films, because there was always a hero, a stunt, a plastic version. So like everybody's always like obsessing about all these, pieces that for us it's like, Christ, if you could have that, it's just like, oh my God, like that'd be it. You're like, I don't need to have anything else for the rest of my life,
Yeah, for real. I mean, that's the only times I wish I was rich, is to just have the ability to buy whatever the fuck it is that I saw. I wouldn't buy anything crazy, just like major things from movies. Like Sean Clark has all kinds of shit that's just like out of this world. Like, he's an example of it. I'm not many.
Oh yeah.
I'm not jealous of many people, but I'm like, fuck, that's cool.
He's got the original chainsaw, man, from Texas Chainsaw.
That's what I talk about. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's insanity.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool shit, man. Cool shit.
Cool. That's our collectible spot. And we went through everything in only 3 hours and 11 minutes too.
I cannot tell you how much fun we had, and these 3 hours were by fucking fast.
You know what? That's the thing. Everybody's like, man, your podcast tends to be long. I go, it's long because we're having fun. I'm not watching the clock. I don't give a shit. We're doing this because we're having fun, not because we're watching the clock.
It's 10:30. Holy mother of pearl!
Yeah, it's 20 after 11 here.
Damn.
Go to bed.
Damn. So what we'll do is quick things going on the channel. Then what we'll do is say goodbyes and get the hell out of Dodge. So tomorrow, for those who don't know, we take our top 5 from the previous week, and it's a standalone video. So tomorrow you're going to see our top 5 horror movies in space. And then, truth be told, after I did this, I realized it almost looks like he's railing the astronaut.
That's exactly what it looks like. I'll give you a moonwalk.
Yeah, I realized it after the fact, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. Leave it to the imagination. So tomorrow is our top 5.
Fine.
Which was not as easy as you think. Remember, we did this. I'm like, man, this was a lot harder than I thought.
Yeah.
So check it out tomorrow. And then Tuesday night, make sure you come by. Live watch along of The Running Man. We did our review earlier, man. And looking forward to watching that with everybody. So we're going to watch The Running Man on Tuesday night. I was supposed to do this tomorrow night. I keep moving this. Byron Weaver, if you're watching, shout out to him. He's a hardcore. He loves the book club, and I keep moving it because every time I plan it, it's a night I have to work late. So last Thursday, I had to work late, moved it to Monday, tomorrow night. I'm not have to work late tomorrow night. So I just keep moving it around. So I'm shooting for Thursday night.
Let's just do like some Goosebumps instead. They're really short.
Oh, God. Hopefully, I think this Thursday might work. So we're going to try for Thursday night for the book club. And then go check out part 2, my What If, Friday 13th part 2, What If, that came out on Friday. I'm trying to release them each Friday because it's Friday 13th. So stay tuned for this Friday. You'll see Friday 13th part 3.
That graphic.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's coming out. It should. I have it. I recorded this, have to edit it, so that should be out this Friday. So
that graphic is classic.
I could just see you in the dark editing that shit. I could see you like just seeing.
Oh my God.
Believe me, I'm sitting here doing it. I'm like, Dad, you proud? You proud?
I love it, bro. That's great.
And then, so that hopefully that'll be this Friday. And then, this Bill, you're still in the chat. So next Sunday night, Bill, who's always in the chat, the ever scathed, he's gonna
Uh.
join us. We're gonna do our favorite song / band moments in horror.
Hey, that is called Lipstick Nipple.
Lipstick nipple.
Yes.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun next Sunday. So I thought I'd throw it in there. So we usually don't plan this far ahead because usually we're planning the day before. But yeah, we have everything all set up, and Bill, the lipstick nipple. So looking forward to next week, hanging out with Bill, and look at every time I see Brett, it just makes me laugh.
Oh fuck! Hey, I like how Bill's the only blonde in the group. You know what I'm saying?
So that's going to be next Sunday night. Let's see what else. Oh yeah,
Alrighty then.
All the other boring stuff. So yeah, we're here every Sunday night and every Tuesday for the watch-alongs. You can watch the podcast streaming audio on all these platforms. Make sure you subscribe. Go check out the Horror Movie Podcast Facebook group. Make sure you join. Go check out Joe's channel. There's a lot more stuff coming up on Joe's channel. Joe and MB, his lovely wife. Go check out their channel. Make sure you join their Facebook page and of the group rather. And that's all the shameless plugs. That's it. So, anything going on with you, Lito? You want anything going on that you want to talk about? I know you did the thing with Dark Delicacies, which looked awesome.
Yeah, actually, the signed copy is right there on the shelf behind me.
There you go.
That was a lot of fun. I actually I signed a contract to score another film that I'll be starting in mid-February.
Nice.
And then there's something coming up with Todd that I know he teased that I'm sure he'll reach out to you guys once he unveils what he has had in the works. But he has something big in the works that I will be involved with. So there's that. And if anyone wants to find anything else out, go to my website. It's just litovelasco.com. And if anybody wants a copy of this shirt, which I made,
I was going to ask about that shirt. What's the shirt?
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome.
I made that myself using I found a match for the font because the font is actually the same exact font that they used on the Freddy's Dead teaser poster. So Jennifer actually helped me with finding the exact same font. So it's basically the Freddy's Dead teaser poster just with Wes's dates. So hit me up if anybody wants a copy. So
nice.
Yeah,
awesome. Man. That's great.
And
that's it.
I think that's it for us. Yeah.
You got Lurchy? What you got, Lurchy? What you doing?
Yeah, what you doing?
Not much of nothing, man.
You on a hunt like me, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm all the time
hunting, ain't you?
You're hunting, ain't you? Yeah.
I'll be hitting up Target about every day, man.
You're a pilgrim.
He's a pilgrim, yeah.
Pilgrim, all right. Thanks, man. Thanks for me personally. Thank you, Lurch. Thank you, Lito, for coming on, man. And I like just showing up and having a blast. I don't do jack shit. Pat does everything, and we don't have Brady, of course, but it's always a pleasure to hang out with you guys, man. And thank you.
I love it, man.
Up with my bullshit.
You guys too.
It's good seeing you, Lito, man.
I seen it on your face
too,
back
man.
there. It's like breasts and blue suede shoes.
Brett.
Yeah, so thanks everybody. Comment, like, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. We'll be back on Tuesday night for the Running Man, which is gonna be a lot of fun. God willing, as long as I don't get stuck working late again on Thursday, we'll do the book club. So it's a lot of good shit here. And if you like just hanging out, and you can see, look, 3 hours and 18 minutes just went by like that. Because we're having fun. But thanks everybody in the chat. We'll see everybody on Tuesday night, and that's basically it, guys. Right? You guys want to hang out for a second? We'll say our goodbyes offline real quick.
Sure.
And all right, everybody. Have a good week.
Ciao.
Peace.